Okay.
Alchemize your energy. Darling, let your spirit be free. Don't give up. Keep on pushing through. Now is the time. It's all up to you. Alchemize your energy. My friend, let your spirit be free. Don't give up. Keep on pushing through. Now is the time. It's all up to you. No matter the storm, but over tragedy. No matter the storm, but over tragedy. No matter the storm, we will always take flight. Keep on pushing through the darkness of night. There's no limit, let's reach for the sky. Shine so bright, from darkness to light.
I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on, honey, to hug my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me. That come my seat. IP ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet.
What's the password?
I see dead people.
You late.
All right. Welcome to Alchemizing Energy and the Love Train. Welcome all. The stream has officially started. What y'all think about our new layout? What y'all think?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? What? You better say something. What? Say right now. What? Nah. Oh.
All right. So I saw the video with MYRON and TARIK NASHEED, and I was like amazed at what was being discussed. So we are going to play that and we're going to react with it. All right. So we're gonna start it. Did you want to say anything before we get into it, Sugar Love?
No, because my reactions are real and I really didn't watch it, so I'm right with you. Right.
Okay, here we go. All right, let's get into it.
Think about this. The guys who came in to call into my show, they said the blacks was something that blacks in America used, that this wasn't a term that was used. That's why they said you ask them other people what they are. They say they're Nigerian, they say they're whatever, but they don't say they're black. They said black is specific for the ones who came on my show, said it was specific for blacks in America. Is that true? Because I don't know.
Okay, because some black people will come over here from Nigeria. And is that Tommy talking? That Tommy? Now you
yes, I was just wondering, is that part true?
Wake it up.
But Tommy, I would say you're not really Panamanian, but a lot of Panamanians, they come over here and if they're dark skinned, they'll say that they're black. But he's saying that a white Jewish person ain't really Jewish or white. I'm trying to make sense of it.
He said Jews and whites aren't even genetically the same.
The first time you've heard about the difference between a Jew and a white person in all the years you yap about race?
Because a lot of Jewish people classify themselves as white.
Yes, to go undercover and to go under the guise of white supremacy.
Like a lot of like a lot of Nigerians and stuff call themselves black, and y'all have said that they do it to try and subvert blackness.
A lot of them try to pretend to be foundational black American.
Yes.
They do.
Just like the Jews that go undercover and pretend to be white when they're Jewish and they hold allegiance to Israel. Do you not know what that is?
Africans, but a lot of black Africans are still black.
I understand you're black, but don't talk about that for 5 seconds. Do you not understand the difference between the Jewish ethnicity and the white ethnicity, Tariq?
No, I don't. I swear to God, I don't.
That's genuinely concerning, the fact that you talk about race all day and you've never heard that.
He can't say it, Sneeko. He can't say it. The Zionists funded the NAACP. They fund all their black organizations. He can't say anything. He'll get fired.
No, I would like to know.
His wife is Jewish. That's why. Your wife is Jewish. You know, like the Jewish person owns Black Lives Matter too.
What?
Like all the foundational things we talk about, the systems of white supremacy, they all go back to Israel.
Stop chimping out, bro. You gotta chill.
Explain. My wife is Jewish. What?
Now he's acting stupid.
Okay, what are you talking about? Y'all just saying anything. You're tapping out and saying anything right now.
Yeah, I didn't say your wife is Jewish, but the first time that you actually heard that there's a difference, the system of white supremacy.
No, because nobody can articulate it.
Yeah, I'm articulating right now, but you keep on interrupting me with
I'm not interrupting you. Please articulate.
All right, Tariq, let me explain the point, because Tariq talks about race, and like finally he needs to understand that there's a difference.
Right.
Okay, the Jewish supremacists, they go under the guise of white supremacy, so people like you can live under a system of victimhood forever. Jewish supremacy is different than white supremacy.
Why can't you explain it without trolling?
Talk, bro.
He's just trolling. He's trolling.
I'm not trolling, but you're not listening to me without
No, because now you're talking about people like me. I'm asking a legitimate question.
Okay, let me answer.
What's the difference between a Jewish white supremacist and an Anglo white supremacist?
They're completely different ethnicity.
How so?
Jewish people are the chosen people that goes back thousands of years. It comes from the book. They come from one tribe of people. They're not white.
So what makes a person white genetically?
It comes from the Caucasus regions, the European people. Jewish people are a diaspora that have moved around. They've been kicked out of 109 countries, and they travel around the world. They all go back to the same lineage. That's why they only interact with each other. That's why they only work with each other. And that's why they subvert people like you to think that there's a system of white supremacy.
So what's the difference between Jewish supremacy and white supremacy?
Yeah.
I just explained they're not the same.
There's a big difference.
That's like asking me the difference between Chinese and Japanese. They're a different people.
So there were
you can talk shit about white people all you want, Tariq. Start talking shit about Zionists, they'll shut your ass down.
Trolling.
That's not trolling. That's what the
during
truth
slavery.
So yeah, that's not trolling. That's actually a fact. You can call white people devils if you call Jews. Well, that's not something. I think everybody should admit that. That shouldn't be something that anyone argues. You can call white people devils all day, and no one says a word. Call Jews devil. For as much as Nick Cannon has said about white people, he's never, ever, ever had to sit down and learn about white people after he said it and apologize to white people after he said it. You can say what you want about whites.
Right, and Zionists are the ones that go and say white devil all the time. They go on
so,
and say that there's a white
that's not a refutable fact, right? You can't. I agree with that, right, Tommy? But to me, they all anti-black the same. When it comes to my black ass, they're going to handle me the same.
Well, I just wish that sometimes conversations were had where they were being honest. Whenever people won't be honest about something that is an actual fact, like a person who knows and just did a movie about hip hop knows that these black people are able to call white people devils and black people niggas, but every time they kind of tried to refer to Jews, they beeped it.
Exactly.
Jews and white people oppress black folks. That's a fact.
No, not white people. Let me explain. Tariq, you did a whole movie about hip hop. Do you know who all the hip hop executives are?
Jewish people.
Exactly. Jewish people are not white people. They do that to spread degeneracy throughout the black community, to make you think it's okay to be thugs, to prop up Sexy Red.
No, so it's reversed. No, it's reversed.
You don't know the difference between Jews and whites, and you just did something about
the reason why Jews and white people get lumped together is because black folks are not in position. Black folks ain't in position to delineate when it comes to oppression of black folks. White folks and Jewish people work together collectively to oppress black folks. That's a fact.
So why don't blacks and tethers work together to uplift blacks?
Because most of those tethers are trying to be under that cloak of white supremacy, right? They like they white.
Most of them? That's a large number.
We're talking about people like Sneeko parents, right? Those model minorities. Oh, I'm not going to come over here and fight it.
Sneeko appears mixed. He seemed like he Asian or something.
Mixed with what? Mixed with what? Hey, Sneeko, what are you, Sneeko?
Asians are the model minority.
Okay, I'm Filipino and Haitian, right? Like Haiti.
So Al Sharpton is looking for you at this rally come June 19th in fucking New York.
What kind of rally is it?
I'm not going to go to
it's a Haitian rally.
I'm good at that. I'm not going to
Haitian rally for Juneteenth. Rally. By the way, the Haitians and the Caribbeans are trying to steal Juneteenth.
Okay, can you mute because nobody wants to talk to you? I want to talk to Tariq. Tariq, have you never heard about Jewish?
You need to get a dental plan, nigga.
Yo, take that nigga down. They got no respect for the space.
Yeah,
because
usually that's like that's white supremacists try to pawn off the supremacy on each other. They try to play hot potato when they both practice it. So I don't really get into the ethnic background of a suspected white supremacist.
So you get into the ethnic background when you think it's white people, but when it's Jews, you stay quiet. Why?
Oh no, because white is white to me.
Okay, but I just differentiated to it. No. That was the dumbest take.
Because he'll get canceled, Sneeko.
Because that's a deflection.
No, Tariq.
That's a deflection.
Before you keep echoing this retard stuff.
What's the difference? What's the difference between a anti-black Jewish person and an anti-black Anglo? What's the difference?
They're different races, Tariq.
Oh, I can
doesn't mean anything to me. What does that mean to me? They're both oppressing me.
System of white supremacy.
I can answer that one.
Okay, Tariq, do you know who created the Federal Reserve? Was it white people or was it Zionists?
Oh, y'all did
All
it together.
of them, both of them.
Y'all did it together, right? As
They
soon
did
as you
it
brought the
together.
Federal
Answer that. Come on,
Sneeko. Birth of a nation. What are we doing?
So you
work
out of that victimhood nature that you use to white people and talk about the Jews as well, but you won't because they fund you.
If you had a white supremacist partner in crime from an ethnic group and they got more money from you, that doesn't concern me because you both got the money from me. So
he's funded by Zionists, 100%.
He doesn't care about who it is. He just wants to be in the victim.
No.
He doesn't care.
All of you, we look at you all the same.
As long as he's a victim forever, as long as he feels like black people are
victimizing me, you're both one and the same.
It doesn't matter who's in power.
You're one in the same. You're one in the same. All oppressors are one in the same.
Can I explain the difference?
Okay, so he just changed. So now it's not white supremacy, it's oppressors.
Right.
Let me say something, damn it.
Yep, white supremacy.
Okay, but no.
But you're also
he's looping.
I'm not looping.
I'm gonna have to jump off the stage on Sneeko. I'm gonna have to jump off the stage.
I just described to you the difference between Jews and whites.
But
they're completely different.
I want to hear what Tommy got to say. Go ahead, Tommy.
When he says, what is the difference? It is simple, and it's one that every one of y'all should know right now. You can make money off of calling out whites and not be silenced.
Bingo.
You can't do the same thing to Jews. So if that is that nothing else, that is a huge difference. That's like saying I could talk shit to my mom and she at least let me eat and go to sleep in my bed. But if I say something about my dad, he knocked my teeth out. There's a difference. I am fearful of speaking now about my father. So if that's a thing, then you know there's a difference between the two. You cannot say they're the same.
Exactly.
When one at least allows you to express yourself.
Bro, what? That was the only so you're almost equating the white man to our father and our mother, and he didn't see anything weird about that example.
I get what he's trying to say. I get what they're trying to say. That doesn't make it believable, and that doesn't mean we don't know the truth, right? That don't mean we don't know what we know, right? But I get what he's trying to say. Okay, we are all differently. Okay, from race to race. The name we all call each other. We used to physically differentiate each other. Well, in that case, if you're talking about forensics, then what TARIK will be saying will be absolutely correct. If we're talking about forensically, if we're talking about the shape of the DNA, right? As far as it goes back, as far as genetics, right? Because Jew is not a race, right? It's not a genetic race. It's not, right? So I hear it could be maybe their culture, but it's not a race. So then TARIK will be absolute. But far as what he's saying is they done scared people so much. Just like a father was scared of their children, even though you have a mother and a father and they both equally your parents and both equally their same. But the father can have you so scared that I ain't gonna say that, right? You know, a lot of things you may want to say, But certain things you just ain't gonna say. Like we ain't gonna say neither, right? But I get, but far as the as far as what TARIK is saying, well, it's not the first. We the only.
Career's over.
We are the only.
Because that's where the money is.
They're
One
both
allows you to
practicing
express
white
yourself, the other
supremacy.
does not.
What are you talking
Period.
about?
He make
They're
money
both
off
practicing
oppression,
white.
bro.
If all of them are practicing white supremacy, doesn't matter. We're calling out white supremacy. We're not going to break people up in ethnic
Yeah,
groups.
but you're
How much do the Zionists pay you, Tariq? How much do they actually pay you, Tariq? How much do these Zionists actually fill your pockets with? Because you're not this stupid. You're not this stupid, bro.
Shut the fuck up. You're not adding nothing to the conversation.
Yeah, that's the
Run
white
it up. You're a
supremacist
broke
tactic.
ass motherfucker. Shut the fuck
That's a
up.
white
Stop
supremacist
it.
tactic. That's the white supremacist tactic of trying to play hot potato.
All right, so let me just jump in real quick.
That's
So,
a
Tariq,
old trick that we don't fall for.
Tariq,
We're not falling for
you don't
that.
see a difference between Jews.
By the way, Tariq cooked this whole time. He cooked after cook after cook. And I did have like some gifts I can play, but it fucks up the whole thing. I thought I was gonna be able to throw some good gifts up there, but it's okay. But he cooked the whole time, though. He cooked.
Jews and whites. All right.
Let someone speak. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so you don't see a
No,
difference between Jews and whites, but you do.
that's a hot potato tactic.
Oh my God, you're being
He's
child.
acting
Just
stupid on
mute him.
purpose because it subverts his whole career.
No,
Talk about
because
Jewish power.
no,
Don't just
you're
talk about
that's a
white
deflection.
supremacy.
That's a deflection, and we're not falling for
All
it.
right.
You think
It's not a
we're
deflection.
not falling for it. That's a
It's not a
deflection.
deflection. Hold on.
It
Let
is
me
a
make one
deflection.
point. If you
That's
actually watch
deflect
a
off
uplift,
you. That's all it is a damn deflection.
okay.
Oh,
are
he
you
said
done?
he's not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
All right. I just need to mute. I just need to mute because Tariq, you're not being respectful. How many times am I going to tell you to stop talking for 1 second? Like, respect the space, bro. Or you can go if you want. You can leave, but if you don't like it, my thing is this: Tariq, you said what you had to say. Let Sneeko speak. Let Myron make his point, and
I
then
will
you
bounce.
come back.
I don't need to be up here with a
Oh,
bunch
you're
of
gonna leave now
deflecting
that I told you
wannabes.
the
That's
truth?
fine. You're not. This
That's
ain't.
fine.
You're not doing me a favor.
Listen,
all right,
we
let's keep that shit
know,
100.
He's gonna run
We all
away.
know
You're
that
not doing me a
Let me
favor.
bro. We all know that Jews fund you, Tariq.
I'm
And
making
we all
up
know,
stuff.
we know about your
No, the
contract.
Zionists fund him for sure.
We know about your
Okay.
contracts, bro. Stop trying to act like you don't know what a Jew is. Just stop acting like you know the difference between a white man and a Jew. Stop with that, bro. You're deflecting yourself because you don't want to call out a Jew. You don't. You
I'm
want to call
calling you white
everybody
supremacists out. That's what I'm gonna keep calling out.
Yeah, no,
And
exactly.
you can
but
lie
you know
all
the
you
reason
want, and
why you
that's
don't
not.
want to call it the Jew.
Zionist
Come on,
talking
let's go
points
through it.
left and right from
Lying
Tariq.
proves my point.
Bro,
and that
you're in
means I won.
politics, bro. Come on, you already
Lying
know
means
this.
I won.
Yeah,
When you start lying,
just let
that
Sneeko
means
say
I
his
won the
piece and let Tariq
conversation.
say his piece.
Now, if
It's
you want to
fine.
lie, go
All
ahead,
right,
knock
Sneeko, say your
yourself out.
piece.
If you want to start lying,
Say your piece, then let
you're going to
Tariq say
start
his piece.
lying, knock yourself out. That means I won. Thank you. Now go ahead and lie. I'm good. That
Okay,
means I
Tariq,
Well,
won.
we know that.
Go
Well,
ahead.
here's the thing. We
Go
know there's
ahead.
a difference between
If you're
Asians.
going to start making up some mythological Jewish contract, knock your damn self out. That means I won the
No, I
conversation.
never spoke about that. Tommy, give me 1 second. Give me 1
All
second to
right.
speak to Tariq.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I've been
Okay,
trying to. I think all of
okay,
y'all should just
so
wait and let
All
each other
right,
finish.
all right, Tariq, can you not interrupt me for 5 seconds?
All right. Now, I'm not going to talk in circles with y'all. All right.
Okay, so
All
now
right.
we established that there's a difference in the ethnicity between white people and Jewish people. Do you understand that?
And it doesn't matter because you're all practicing white supremacy. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Does everyone hear how there's a difference? Why would Jewish people practice white supremacy if they're not white?
So they could subvert y'all power when they got here, right?
Jewish people
They made
suppress
you.
white
They
people.
Okay, no.
hold
I
on
don't need
here.
his backup voice. I don't need his side. Okay, Tariq, you
He asked a good
specifically,
question.
Why would Jewish people promote white supremacy if they're not white?
There are Jewish white supremacy. You had Jewish Nazis over here. You had Dan Burroughs. You had Frank Joseph. You had Jewish Nazis over here.
The
What are you
people that
talking
show
about?
allegiance to Israel, the Zionists, why would they show allegiance to white
Why
people
would
when
you
they're not
have
white?
Jewish Nazis over here?
What are you talking about?
I just told you there were famous
You
Jewish
talk
Nazis.
about deflections 5 seconds, so you're deflecting again. Answer the question.
What? That's a deflection?
Yes, it is.
You just said why would Jewish people promote white supremacy?
He's giving you an
Jewish
example
people
of it. Sneeko, he's giving you an example of what Jews actually
that's
did.
a small minority. Like once again,
I know, but you can't do that,
minority.
Sneeko. See, Sneeko, he gave you the example.
Okay,
You have
Tariq,
to
what
hit the
Jewish
example.
Nazis? What Jewish Nazis are you talking about?
I'm talking about Dan Burroughs, Frank Joseph. You had Laura
George
Loomer.
Soros.
A lot of people in neo-Nazi organizations.
You're calling Laura Loomer a Jewish
Well,
Nazi?
she's a suspected white supremacist.
Okay, she's a
she hangs
Jewish
around
Nazi?
the alt-right.
So
That's a more modern example.
Great point.
Because
Great
that's
point.
a more modern example. Even Milo, that's another modern example too.
Okay, great point. So Laura Loomer, she's a Zionist. She shows allegiance to Israel. Where do you see that she promotes white supremacy?
She was with the alt-right. She was out there with Richard Spencer and all of those guys.
Okay,
so,
because she's agrees.
Sugar Love, you had something to say?
No, I ain't saying that.
Oh, okay. When you take your mic off mute, I think you're gonna say something. Okay.
My mic was never on mute, but I'll mute it.
Yeah, that way when I know you're gonna say something, I'll mute the stream and yeah, if you unmute, I know that you want to say something.
Okie dokie.
That's our cue. Okay.
Also, Ben Shapiro is a suspected white supremacist.
Are you retarded? Ben Shapiro he shows undying allegiance to Israel. He doesn't care about America. He wants Netanyahu to be the president of America.
So Israel doesn't stop somebody from being a damn white supremacist or suspected white supremacist. That's
okay. You can't be
a supremacist.
My point. Wait,
that's
Tariq,
my point,
are
sir.
you that stupid to think that you could be a supremacist of two races at once?
You saying stupid doesn't mean anything. So cut that.
Okay, but you can't be a supremacist of two races.
Can I just state that the guy talking Sneeko is half Filipino and half Haitian, but he's calling TARIK NASHEED stupid every 5 seconds. So I just want to show y'all that this guy is actually part Asian and half Haitian.
That's because they think that we too busy banging on each other. We did not take time to learn our history, right? And they think that because even if what they are saying is to be true, it doesn't take away they still financed them boats for us to even come over here. So again, TARIK would be correct, right? Everybody played a major, not a minor, but a major part in our demise as a people, which they are still doing, right? So if they've been lying about, they've been lying, but it goes to show you, even if you do not even study, if you just look around, it doesn't is seem weird that we're in 2022 and we got 7 continents, 7 full continents, and this group of people nobody likes for some reason, right? The American blacks, for some reason, regardless of where we go, don't matter where we go, pick any place on the map, they don't like us. That's our land, but it's not our land until all of us band together, until all the tribes of Judah band together and go on back there. Until then, they can actually have it because it's not fruitful, right? Land is supposed to be cursed, so it's not fruitful. It's not producing anything, right? So go right ahead. No, when we take it back, you're going to see stuff going to start growing everywhere. But if we can't unite, if we cannot unite, it will never happen. If we cannot, if you're speaking biblically, if you don't start doing them laws, statutes, and commandments, it ain't going to work. That's why we're in the predicament that we're in. Because we want to keep doing wrong. We don't want to change ourselves, right? We don't want to stop messing. Y'all know the word I'm talking about, but we don't want to stop doing things that we're not supposed to be doing, right? A lot of things we ain't got no business participating in, but we are, right? Even a lot of them rituals, we ain't got no business doing them. A lot of things we not, but we keep doing it. We keep hurting each other. We keep powering each other. We're taking each other out. We don't love one another. We don't respect one another. We sell each other out. So we're going to get there and do what? We're going to get there and do what? We can't even be nice to each other here. We're going to go over there and do what? Let's say right now they leave Israel and we get there. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We've been on tore Israel up. We've been on tore it up. Again, gangs over there. Gangs over there. Right? We ain't going to take care of the land. We ain't going to do it. We can't do it right now.
So I want to show y'all that this guy who's a Haitian and / Filipino is more white supremacist than any black person or mixed black person I've ever heard of. And at first I was, if his mom is probably Filipino and his dad is probably black. You know what I'm saying? And I never agreed with the sustenance that your mom is who your ethnicity is until this moment. And we're gonna hear him, and they're gonna hear Myron and TARIK NASHEED tear him up. So let's get into it.
At once. It's very simple.
You have talking about Israel doesn't negate the fact that people have white supremacist views.
So you're saying,
nothing.
okay, no, say that and like stand on that.
There are black people, there are
question.
black Jews talking about white supremacy in Israel. So what are you talking about?
No Zionist believes that blacks are really even Jews.
Sir,
they don't
Ethiopian Jews going to Israel complaining about white supremacy. So
sure, you just
what
said
are you
Ben
talking
Shapiro
about
is a
Israel
white
for
supremacist.
as if you can't be a white supremacist? What are you talking about?
Great. Is Ben Shapiro a white supremacist, Tariq?
He's a suspected white supremacist.
No,
yes.
not suspected. It's yes or no?
I suspect that he is.
You suspect it? Why?
Because of his anti-black views and his allegiance and his being around a lot of other white supremacists.
His allegiance to what?
Being around other white supremacists.
Being around? Okay, but what does he show allegiance? Tariq, what does he show allegiance to?
And his anti-black racism.
Great. Anti-black. What does he show allegiance to?
Other anti-black racists.
Okay, do you think that's his undying allegiance? What is the country he can return to?
Yes. A lot of you have an undying allegiance to anti-black racism.
Okay, no one has an undying allegiance to that. It's either a country or supremacy, right?
No, it's an ideology. You have an undying allegiance to an ideology.
The ideology is Jewish supremacy, that they believe they're the chosen
Jewish
people.
supremacy?
It says that in their book. That's what Ben Shapiro shows allegiance to, not white people. Not anti-black.
No, it's white supremacy.
Ben Shapiro shows allegiance to Israel. That's why he wants Netanyahu to be the president of the United States.
Anti-black racism. It's anti-black racism which shows his allegiance.
Okay, you know what? I want to. Now you sound like a special snowflake. Ben Shapiro does not care about black people that much. He cares about Israel. It's not about you.
I know he doesn't care about black. He cares about anti-black racism. He promotes anti-black racism.
That's the smallest part of his allegiance. What he wants
it's not.
is the state of Israel
That's
to
the only
dominate the
reason
world.
he has a platform, so that other white supremacists who sees his views and anti-black racism, they have a platform to look at. Sure.
Okay, do you know that every white supremacist that you think you're calling out,
and Sneeko,
you know that they all
you're not
disagree
white.
vehemently
Sneeko,
with Ben
you're
Shapiro?
not white. Sneeko, you ain't white.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm not
caping?
talking about white supremacy.
Right.
I'm talking about Zionism.
You can kill with the dumbest, sir.
Nobody's talking about. I'm talking about Zionism. Ben Shapiro does not agree with any of the white supremacists in the country. Talk to them. Talk to any of the people you think are all white supremacists. All of them disagree with Ben Shapiro.
You're never going to be an Anglo white supremacist, Sneeko.
And I don't want to be. And I have no reason to be, and I never will be.
No matter how passionate
like
you are to defend white supremacy, you'll never be one.
I'm not defending white supremacy.
You come from two failed homelands, the Philippines and Haiti.
You see how you keep going back to that?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the problem.
You need to thank us for being your ass
you're
over
never
here.
going to win. This is why they killed Malcolm X, because he spoke about Zionism.
Sir, stop it. You're just babbling.
They killed Malcolm X because he
You're
spoke
just
about
babbling.
Zionism, the real issue.
Sir, you're never going to be a white supremacist, Sneeko. You're never.
I don't. Who wants to be? I'm a brown Muslim.
I
don't want to be a Christian nationalist. I'm nothing like those people.
You want to be a white supremacist.
You know what? I think I just caught on to something just now. You know, something very interesting. Tariq, I find it very problematic that you can't distinguish the difference between Jewish supremacy versus
there is no
white
Jewish supremacy. It's only white supremacy.
Hold on. Let me just.
Oh my God.
Okay. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Okay, if there's Jewish supremacy, how come the black Jews don't have no supremacy?
There's no such thing as a black Jew. You Israel.
Oh my God! Really?
There's no such thing as a black Jew.
Really?
What? No.
What?
No, there's no such thing.
Let me explain.
They don't accept black Jews. No Jew thinks a black is a Jew. Read the Talmud. They have specific ethnicity.
Sneeko is a product product of the United States education system. Y'all gotta stop.
Wait a
Y'all
minute.
get letting these white fragile men like
All
really
right.
indoctrinate y'all.
Jocasta, let me
Hold on.
just explain the difference.
Wait
real
a
quick.
minute.
Let me just,
He said there was no such thing as a black Jew.
I just got a light bulb. Just
wait, hold on. No. We got to unpack that. There's no such thing as a black Jew. We got to unpack that. Can we please unpack that?
Okay, we will in a second.
Can we please unpack that, please?
We will.
You want to fixate on the most monotonous things. Just let Myron go. Please.
All I was going to say was, because I think this is very important, that you don't distinguish the difference between Jewish supremacy versus white
because
supremacy.
There's black Jews who don't have no supremacy nowhere. But go ahead.
Okay, that's fine. So what I'm trying to say with that is this. I think what you're conflating as white supremacy a lot of the time can also is actually really Jewish supremacy.
Then how come the black Jews don't have
the white? Okay, the white supremacists that you're talking about, like with the KKK hoods and everything else like that,
babbling,
you know,
man.
say
this is babbling.
Hold on. Let me finish my point, bro. Because you don't even
because you're babbling.
The white supremacists that you're talking about, the Klan members, the
no,
Grand Wizards,
no,
those
guys, are white extremists. That's white supremacy are the judges, lawyers, prosecutors, teachers. Come on,
Tariq, man.
Come on,
relax,
no. I'm very.
Let me finish my sentence,
I'm
please.
very relaxed.
No, you're like hopping up. Let me finish the sentence, man.
I'm chilling and relaxed.
No, you're not.
I'm chilling like you're
so
chilling
anyway,
back in Sudan.
No, he's
bro. He say he chilling. You know what I'm saying? Now you just said that there's no black Jews. Like what? We forgot about Ethiopia and all that stuff. Like, what are we talking about here?
You can start at us. We ain't even got to start at Ethiopia. Look at yourself in the mirror, right? You can start with us. But evil who, right? Evil who? They're the ones closest there, right? They're the ones who still do the traditions to the T, right? And they are there. And the ones that are there, the other ones are bombing them and pushing them out, right? They don't even want the ones that they consider, hey, we all Jews, come on in. But in reality, that's not true.
It's crazy. It is a person that's mixed with Haitian and Black and Filipino and another Sudanese African man arguing with TARIK NASHEED.
Well, Haitian is not a race, neither. It's a, I guess it's a culture, right? I understand people would just like to say Haitian, but it's not even a race, right?
Just like Jamaican is Jamaican
correct?
A race?
No, it's not.
Or Caribbean. Is Caribbean a race?
No, ma'am. We all came, they just dropped it. How can it be a race when they dropped us off on different slave plantations? The same people, they just distribute you at different places. Well, we was already a people.
Whoever this guy Sneeko is, his Haitian parents did not teach him anything about his culture. And then
his culture, the problem is it's not about his culture. They didn't teach him about, all of us have to learn about our culture as one first. We're too busy concentrating on the land we're from, right? But that's why we cannot come together as people, we still all cousins. Whether they want to admit it or not, we all still cousins. We long distant cousins, right? The Caribbean, the ones on the Caribbean island, it's just that they dropped us here, they dropped you there. But when they all was on that slave ship, the ones who was on there, some of us were here already. Some of us was already here. But they was all one people until that boat dropped you off at different places, right? Even our Spanish, some of our Afro-Latinas, just because they speak Spanish does not make them Spanish, right? Some of them don't have no Spaniard blood in them. They just happen to take on the language of the conqueror, right? And are any of you from England? Well, that's the only language we know, but are any of you from England? Is England your ancestry? But that's the language we speak, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
right, so we're about to get into it now. He about to heat it up now. It's about to get heated up.
Yeah, I'm waiting, girl. Yeah, girl.
sweating right now. He's
the
sweating.
white
He does not want
supremacists
anyone to thinking that
that you're referring to. When we think of white supremacists, we're thinking of the crazy Protestants,
We ain't talking about
that, you
them.
know, wear
No,
the
no,
white
no, no.
hood and run around
No,
and burn
that ain't
crosses,
white. No, no,
etc.
But if
those are
he's
white
telling you that's
people
not what
think
he's
of.
talking about,
Hold on,
Myron, you do
response.
have to let him tell
Yo.
you what he's talking about so you can argue his point. It's not fair for you to
God
say
damn.
this, I think this way. If he says that's not what I'm talking about, you can't keep saying, but
No,
let's
I
argue what
understand that.
I'm thinking about. Let him tell you what white
And I'm
supremacy
going to
is to
address
him,
that here in a
and
second.
then argue it.
No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that in general, when people think about white supremacists, thinking about the Klan, etc., these guys are completely against Jews. These guys hate Jews. A lot of, like, you look at a guy like a Henry Ford, etc., these white supremacists that black people, they're holding us down, etc. These guys are extremely critical of Jews. I think we need to make a delineation between Jewish supremacy, aka a lot of these Zionists, and then white supremacy, which is what you're referring to, like the
All right.
the
Now let me
white
answer that. Let me
Anglo-Saxon
answer that. You
Protestant.
do have a point. You do. I will say this. That's a point.
That's what I'm trying
All
to
right.
say. We
Now
got
I
to
will say
distinguish.
that a lot of the extreme white supremacists, a lot of them don't like Jewish people. They actually don't like white Jewish people. They do have a problem. I know some people in the alt-right, they don't like Ben Shapiro. But here's the problem. When the white supremacist Anglos and the white supremacist Jewish people get together, they all hate us. And that's all that matters.
You think it's about black people?
It all gets on anti-black racism. They all get on code against us. So their
may I respond to that?
distinctions between each other don't mean a damn thing to me. That's why I look at all of them the same way. Does that make sense?
I see your perspective, but what I will say is this:
what you're saying might just
the
be
Jewish
true.
people.
I believe. Yeah, I'm not even disagreeing. Yeah, there might be ethnic differences. Of course, there's ethnic differences.
Yeah,
I believe that wholeheartedly. Irish people weren't even considered white until much later. Greek people weren't even considered white until the 1920s. Yeah, a lot of people weren't even considered white. But once they did,
but what
right
I'm saying
now, when
is,
they
with
were
the
led
Jews-
into whiteness, when they were able to classify themselves as white, the common thread that bonded them all together was anti-black racism, and that's the problem. So I don't have the
this is where I'm
luxury
going to have to disagree with you, Tariq, with the Jews. And I'm going to
distinguishing
tell you
their
why.
little different ethnicities under the banner of whiteness, it means no difference because they're all oppressive to me.
So
go ahead, Tom.
So let me respond to that, Tariq. Let me respond to that. Let me respond to that, because this is where I'm going to disagree with you. You're saying that they are all anti-black. I disagree. The Jews were actually critical in the civil rights movement with funding, helping the NAACP get forward. Jews were instrumental in the civil rights movement with funding it and standing behind it. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why is because Jews historically have been an oppressed people, and they understand that open borders, the liberal mindsets, and democratic governments are better for their bottom line, because a lot of Jews want a one world government. Now, this
let me answer that though. All right, in the night,
Sure,
okay,
go ahead.
because you have Jewish people who are white who are not racist. You have Jewish people who are white who are anti-black racist. In the 60s, there were some Jewish people who
people
did
are
help
not
out.
white. Stop saying that.
All right,
They're
but
not white.
you had Jewish people like the Levitt brothers who created the modern suburbs, and they put in their contracts that you couldn't have black people. These were white only. If these Jewish people had Jewish supremacy, they said, we want white only, no black people in these suburbs. Many of those stores that were discriminating against black people during the civil rights era, those were Jewish-owned stores. Many of those slumlords who owned those buildings that black people were complaining about, these were anti-black Jewish people. So you had anti-black Jewish people, you had pro-black Jewish people, but the anti-black ones, they fall under the banner of white supremacy too. See how that works?
Yeah, but there's definitely a strong amount of them that supported blacks and funded the civil rights movement.
And there were some that were oppressive.
Why are y'all not listening? If
you're an immigrant, you cannot comment.
I give a shout out to Tommy Sotomayor and TARIK NASHEED, how they came together on this one thing. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been rivals for a while. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they came together and said, you know what? No. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Sotomayor and NASHEED that they was able to at least back each other up on, and they didn't let their personal feelings for each other make them go against each other. You know what I'm saying? Because you have two immigrants that are speaking about like Judaism and this stuff, and they don't really get it. You know what I'm saying? You have one person from Africa itself, the Sudan. He's from the Sudan, and then you have like a Filipino Haitian person that are both going against what you would call foundational, what was Black Americans or something like that. Is that
Yeah,
what
you said it right. FBA, or ADOs, two different groups, but it's still the same. Go ahead, you're right.
And I think
Black Americans.
I'm glad that Tommy and TARIK came together on those points. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad they didn't like go against each other, because it's crazy how these two people that are immigrants have so much to say about the Black, and it's gonna get worse. Trust me, it's going to get worse. Trust me. Just brace yourself. Get your take some value, whatever you gotta do, because it's gonna get worse. Their rhetoric is gonna get worse. Trust me.
From the Sudan, yeah. If you're from the Sudan, you can't say shit about a foundational Black American. Nothing.
Interesting.
At all.
Interesting.
Nothing.
Let me
You can't say nothing about us.
Let's use your logic.
Not one word.
Logic.
A failed homeland where people are starving. You can't say shit about us. Yes.
Cool.
That's
then let's use your logic.
That's how that
Let
works.
me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2?
No, sir. No. That's no. That's a non sequitur. It has nothing to do with anything. You come from a failed homeland where people are over there starving, and you haven't figured out how to stop the people from starving. So you can't come over here and talk about
Thank you to the white supremacists in America. You're eating, Tariq.
How so, sir?
Because the white people started this country. The white supremacists started this country. Go back. Exactly.
Let me take this, because
they failed when they tried to do it on their own. They didn't start a damn thing. It was foundational Black Americans. Go ahead, sir.
Tariq, let me again. So you're telling me if someone's an immigrant from Sudan or wherever they're from, they can't comment on social issues?
Not over here. No, you're not at liberty to do that, because your social issues are in shambles. You're not at liberty.
Cool.
Why would we listen to you? Why would we listen to you?
Okay.
If you come from a country of complete
now let me
failure,
ask you another question.
Why would we listen to you?
So
you're not at liberty.
So only other. Let me get this straight then. So only other FBAs, according to your logic, can comment on FBA issues. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Only foundational Black Americans can talk about our issues. We don't concern ourselves with what's going on with you. You come from a failed culture. You're not at liberty to give us any advice on anything, sir.
Would you call it a successful culture of foundational Black Americans who need to fix
what's going on over there in your homeland?
Again, hold on. Everybody, guys, you came in here.
You need to fix your homeland.
When your ancestors got taken into slavery and taken to another country, do you consider that a successful culture? Because you're saying Sudan is not successful.
Right.
So would you consider where your ancestors were originally taken from as successful?
Half of our ancestors were already here. Let's get that straight. We're foundational Black Americans, sir. There were Black people here. There were Black people brought over here. So we had an ethnogenesis, and we never fled from the country we built, sir.
Answer the question, of course, again.
I did answer the question, sir. If you're not smart enough with them stingy Irish genes of yours, that's your problem.
Irish.
Sir.
Yeah, my name is Amir, bro. I'm definitely Irish, dude.
Okay.
So let me ask you this question, Tariq. By your logic, right? Because you're saying only foundational Black Americans can criticize other foundational Black Americans. So if that's the case, why are you talking shit about white people and white supremacists? Since you're not white, you can't give an opinion.
But I'm a victim of white supremacy. I can talk about the
see how it doesn't work out? Doesn't make sense, does it?
Because we're being victimized by the white supremacists. So I can talk about.
Oh, how are you being victimized by the white supremacists?
Because they created a system of white supremacy that they've militarized, and we can't break out of it because they have a military stronghold over us, sir. And you too.
Okay, tell me in 2024 how the white supremacists
areas, and when we start building on our own, they use their military to destroy it all across the board. Whenever we build prosperous neighborhoods, they use their military to destroy it. And they've done this all across the board. They control the educational system. When we try to get our own educational system, they use their militarized system to destroy it. They destroy it all across the board. And these are facts, sir. We're under a global system of white supremacy.
Okay.
Tulsa, Oklahoma was 100 years ago, bro.
Hold on. So let me ask you this.
They build freeways and train tracks in Black neighborhoods that's prosperous even today. I live in Los Angeles. Crenshaw Boulevard, they're destroying the black businesses by building a train system down Crenshaw Boulevard. They do this stuff now. We
And
get
who controls Los
white
Angeles?
supremacists.
Who are the elected politicians in Los
you're telling
Angeles?
me
We get sabotaged, and the great thing about us, even though we get sabotaged, even though we get sabotaged, we can still rebuild and we can still find success.
Okay, I'm sorry, Sugar Love. I just saw you were unmuted. I was so busy hitting the bang button, I didn't. Go ahead, Sugar Love.
Girl, you be saying things. I don't know. Maybe it's popping off and on inside the thing. I didn't touch nothing.
Oh no,
you're
unmuted.
I'm into this. No, it must be doing it by itself.
Oh, whenever you,
because I'm not touching nothing. I'm into this, baby. I'm into this. It must be doing it by itself because I didn't touch nothing.
I think your ancestor unmuted your mic.
Go ahead, girl. Nah, let me hold on. Make sure I put it back off you. Let's go.
They sabotage you wannabes too.
Hold on, you're talking about this being destroyed.
Yo, Jacasta, mute everybody except for me and Tariq, bro. Everybody else, shut the fuck up. All right, he didn't come in to talk to y'all niggas, so he's coming in here to talk to me. So that's fine. Let's have a discussion, Tariq. So let's have a discussion because I've been waiting a very long time to talk to you because you are literally the lord of victimhood. So let's go ahead and have a discussion.
And you are the lord of victimization, sir. But go ahead.
Okay, sure.
A wannabe,
okay, well,
but you're a
way,
wannabe. You're not even a real white supremacist. You're a wannabe. But go ahead, Myron.
Fantastic, fantastic. Anyway, so you're claiming that the white supremacists control the military, which is holding back the blacks in America. Okay, do you believe that's still the case in 2020?
Right now, this very minute.
Really?
Holding back, and when I mean holding back, they keep an oppressive system that will dominate and control what we do. Even though there's still black people who are successful. Hell, I'm a millionaire. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm still under a system of
You
white
ain't no
supremacy.
billionaire, you lying ass motherfucker.
He said he's a millionaire.
I didn't say billionaire. I said a millionaire. And that's verified. Y'all can verify.
My bad.
That's easily verified. But that doesn't mean
so
anything.
Tariq, if you were able to do it and you're black, why
because
can't others?
We're phenomenal as black people. Foundational black Americans are absolutely phenomenal. That's why we can do it.
Okay, so why can't others do it then? If they're being held down like you claim, why can't they do it? You did it. You did it, right?
Everybody can't do it in a system of white supremacy. Everybody's not going to be able to do it. I was able to do it because I understood the system and I kind of worked around it. But I called the system out. But I would have been much richer without the system of white supremacy. We live in a global system of white supremacy.
Okay, so it's interesting because
Now, is that true or not true, Myron? I mean, shit. Am I making this up?
No, no.
Then why did they say that? Then why did they say it? This is their words? The white supremacists said this. This is them.
I've let you speak, but you don't let me speak.
I'm not cutting you off. This is a dialogue.
No, you have.
We're having a conversation. So I'm asking you.
No, we are. But a part of a conversation is you got to let the other.
And you're going to have to let me speak. I just answered your question. I'm asking you.
I've let you speak plenty of times. All right, I'll let you finish your thought. Go ahead.
So Myron, is that true or not true? Do we live in a system of white supremacy or not?
There is nothing holding back black people from success.
Do we live in a system of white supremacy or not?
It's a yes or no fucking question. It's a yes or no question, sir. And he gonna skate around this. Watch what he do. It drives me insane. But let's go watch.
Then why did the white supremacists say that they have a system of white supremacy? This is their words. They said this. They put this in law.
They can say whatever they want, Tariq. It's up to you on how you're going to go ahead and make a do of it. There's nothing holding back black people from becoming successful. As a matter of fact, why is it that we had stronger black households during the Jim Crow eras when black people were the most oppressed that they've ever been? We had higher rates of education. We had two-parent households. We had successful black families. We had more black businesses. Why is it that when we were the most oppressed, as you would claim, we actually had the best statistics, but now that we have the most freedom, we're the worst off? I'll tell you why. It's because of bad decisions. It's not.
All this we. You're not even from here, sir. You're not even from here. You're from the Sudan. So do you guys have all this, what you're saying? Or did you like flee to America to get what you wanted because you guys were getting conquered? Like, what are we talking about here? I mean, anyways.
Not a system
Slow
of
down.
white
Slow down.
supremacy
You're
as you
doing
claim.
talking points. Slow down.
Hold on.
Because you're
Let
doing
me
talking
finish
points.
my point. Let me finish my point. Let me
I
finish
want to
my
get
point.
on this.
Because that's great, bro. Because you guys like to blame the police, you guys like to blame the government, you like to blame everybody else except for people making bad.
So when we're talking about the past and like Jim Crow and the civil rights, it's we. But then when we talk about the police and this is you guys. You understand what I'm saying? Do you see this? You see how he switched it from we to you guys? Like the whole conversation. So when this, so we had all this going on. We did this, we did that. But then, but now when it comes to the police, you guys this and you guys that and you guys, which one, sir? You on the fence, bro? Which one? What part of like what are we doing here? Like you on the fence, sir? Get off the fence. Get off the fence.
Decisions. Explain to me this as well. You sit there and say, "Oh, you're not a foundationally Black American, whatever." Okay, Tariq, let's say that I'm not a foundationally Black American. Me and you get pulled over by the police. Do you think the police that are racist, by the way, and led by white supremacists, do you think they give a fuck that I'm from Sudan and that you're a foundationally Black American? No, we're both niggas to them. Because my hair's wavy, your hair might be a little bit wavier, but they're not going to care. We're both going to get treated the same. We're both going to go ahead and be looked at as niggas because they don't give a shit about this differentiation that you FBAs like to do where you guys like to divide and conquer within your own race, which is clown world, by the way. That's a whole other
now
thing.
you're going to have to
What
let
I'm
me
trying to
answer
say is
that,
this. Hold on. I will. But what I'm simply saying
Why
is
are you
this.
saying we? Because you kept saying you weren't in Jim Crow. You were immigrant. You weren't here.
No. I'm telling you by this white supremacist standards you're saying, because you're trying to say that, it's different for FBAs versus immigrants. It's not. They look at a Nigerian, they look at a Sudanese, they look at an FBA. We're all the same to them, bro, because they see skin color. They don't give a fuck about your last name or
you keep
your
talking
name.
about we. You weren't in Jim Crow.
Wow, here we go. The division once
we
again,
are divided.
even in
We're
a
not
conversation.
The same lineage. We don't come from the same lineage. And if there's no
He's saying that he created a division, but you created the division. First, you said, "Well, we during Jim Crow, we during this." And then he said, "You." After that, you did this and you did that when it came down to police brutality. Which one is it, sir? You can't be. He's straddling the fence. He's straddling the fence, y'all. Can y'all hear me? He's straddling the fence. Straight up. He's straddling the fence. Can y'all hear me right now?
White supremacy, why did your homeland fail when you had
you are perpetuating the very racism that you're complaining about right now?
But why did you have to flee your homeland after the white supremacists destroyed it? They destroyed the Sudan. That was the white supremacists orchestrating that, sir. Why did you have to flee if there was no white supremacy?
That's true.
Sure. Okay. So what do you like? I mean, what's your point with this? You're trying to say white supremacy runs the world, which I don't.
But then why did you have to flee? I mean, the British went over there. They were running roughshod over in the Sudan. The reason why it's so janky because of the white supremacists. They destroyed it over there. They orchestrated it, right?
I'm talking about the United States.
No. I'm talking about global white supremacy. White supremacy is global. It's a global thing, right?
I'm talking about the United States because that's what's
no. The world is pertinent.
Because
you're
complaining that the United States is specifically is militarily.
I said
holding back the
global.
black man.
I said global because there's no place we can go that's free of white supremacy. Name the country that's white supremacy free.
There's none.
China,
the United Arab Emirates, Middle East in general, Saudi Arabia. Like, bro, come on, man. Yes,
dude.
Matter of fact, they stopped using the American dollar. I think that's pretty free of white supremacy, as you claim. Saudi Arabia literally just told the United States, "Fuck off, we're not using the U.S. dollar anymore." That is the biggest F you to white supremacy that in the world.
They can bomb that place to hell.
They can bomb that place tomorrow. The Middle East, they bomb that place whenever they feel like it. If you don't stop,
they're not bombing.
They got warships. There's European warships over off the coast of China now. What are y'all talking about?
Gaddafi's a good example.
Right. They'll get when they.
Yeah, I'm talking about Saudi Arabia,
it don't
bro.
matter.
I'm not talking about fucking Libya.
Saudi Arabia, they have a deal with them for the oil and all of that, but they can wipe them off the map anytime they feel like.
Do you even know what the petrodollar is, Tariq?
Sir, can they not? Can the white supremacists wipe them off?
Do you know what the petrodollar is, you ignorant
now you get
motherfucker?
into non sequitur, sir. Calm down.
I mean, whether he knows
Exactly.
about
You don't know. You don't even know
now
what the
you- now you-
petrodollar is.
now
You're
you-
talking
now you-
nonsense.
Now,
Tariq, you've been deflecting
I
the whole
have
time.
not
I'm simply
deflected. I
saying,
have not deflected.
yes, you have. This is
No,
my
no,
stance.
no.
Tariq, this is my
I'm
stance.
talking about
There
global
is
white
nothing
supremacy.
holding back
It held
black
you
people
back.
from
If
success
white
in
supremacy held you
2024.
back,
There is
and
not.
you had to flee.
There is
You had to
nothing.
come flee.
There is
You had to
nothing.
flee to white.
There is
You had to
nothing.
flee to
There
get
is
over here
nothing
to
holding
us.
back. Okay, bro, you keep mentioning this whole fucking immigrant
Right,
thing.
because
Again,
you
like I
had
said,
you are a perfect example.
there is
You are an
nothing
example.
holding back.
You are an example.
There is nothing holding back black people from success in America in 2024.
But there was
That is
something
my
holding
stance.
you back from your homeland, and you had to flee. That's
Wow.
why
I
you
mean,
had to
Myron,
come
he makes a
here.
good
Wow,
point,
guys.
Myron. He's saying that you fled Africa because the system he's speaking of destroyed your entire country. I mean, that's kind of a good point. It's kind of a good point. I gotta admit that.
Not really, because I'm talking about
But
the
he said
United States.
globally.
He's
Hold
trying
up,
to
hold
make
up.
it
He
about
said it globally.
Sudan.
Hold up.
Talking about
I'm talking
globally.
about
But he
no.
said globally.
Look,
Sneeko, where you at, Sneeko?
Look.
Is Sneeko still in here? Because your country too, the
No, he fled.
Philippines. And
He fled.
he fled. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not agreeing with
This is very
Tyreek, but he made
simple.
a good point by saying
probably had to-
globally this system does exist.
Blessing, your mic sucks, bro. Just be quiet. Anyway, like I was saying, bro, it's very simple. I'm simply saying there's nothing in 2024 that is holding black people from success. This white supremacy that you claim is a facade. You can go ahead and
It's
become
not a
successful regardless of your
facade.
skin color in
It's a
2024.
If
facade,
it's
but
real,
you
if it
fled.
was real in your homeland, it's real over here. It's a real global phenomenon.
So you're really
So
going to
being
compare Sudan
doing
to the United States of America?
yeah, white supremacy is white supremacy all over the world, sir.
Incredible.
It's all over. It's
Incredible.
white supremacy
You're
in
comparing a
Australia.
third world
It's
country
white
to
supremacy
the
I have a
United
question.
States.
Tariq, I have a
And-
question. Why do all black millionaires and billionaires buy houses in white communities? Why do you think that?
well, if we live in a white community, it ain't a white community, then is it? Boop, boop.
Because I bet
If we
you don't
live
live in
there, it ain't
Crenshaw.
white, huh?
You're crying about Crenshaw. You don't live in Crenshaw.
Boop. Go ahead now, Myron. Let's go back to you. So,
How is that even? Are we gonna accept that?
I meant black people in white
right?
communities.
Yeah.
That's
If
what I
we
meant to
live
say.
there, it must not be a white community.
Tariq,
Go ahead.
again, you cannot refute my
Yes,
main
I
point,
can,
which I'm telling
because
you.
you're
you
proof.
can't. I'm
You're
telling
proof
you
that white
I'm
supremacy is
telling you
global.
because you're trying to change
I'm
the
not
argument.
trying to
I'm
change
simply
the
saying
argument,
in
sir.
2024, there is nothing that
And
holds black people from success. Racism is no longer a valid
that's a lie. That's a lie. That's
excuse.
just I'm a
It's
tether.
no
That's
longer
I'm a
a valid
tether, and I
excuse.
say so. Just because you say it, don't make it true. The experience is
Okay.
real. White supremacy is a
Tell
very
me what
real
holds
thing.
black people back then. So what holds black
So
people from success in America
disparities
today?
in the
Tell me.
judicial system, right? You got education, right? You got the financial.
Yeah.
Man, come on, Myron.
This nigga.
Come on, cut this shit.
Yeah, and even
Okay.
though and the great thing and the
you
thing
said
about
disparities in the criminal justice
the thing
system.
about foundational.
Let's address that real quick.
The judicial
Disparities in the
system.
criminal
Oh,
justice
let's
system.
get to the judicial system, right?
Yeah,
It's
sure. Let's talk about it.
It's
Let's
how
talk
my
about it.
community has been screaming about this shit for decades, right?
Sure.
But as soon as it
Sure.
hits the J6s, right, and Trump, we can. It's
You know
valid,
how you don't
right?
go into
it's valid, right?
Okay.
Disparities in crack versus cocaine, right? It's an
Sure,
epidemic
sure.
when it's y'all
You know
y'all
what?
on meth and opioids, right? When it hits my community,
Okay.
it's criminals. We
Okay,
gotta
let me
have
ask
a solved
Myron.
problem.
Yeah. Hey, Rios, how about this?
Hold
How
on,
about this?
Myron,
How about you just
Myron.
don't go into the judicial
Myron.
system and don't commit crimes?
Okay.
How about that?
So
How about
Myron, so
that?
you think
How about you just don't commit
Myron,
crimes?
you think all police actions are justified, right?
No, I'm saying don't commit
Right.
crimes. So you don't deal with the
Okay.
police.
Like
How about
Ashley
that?
Babbitt, right?
What are you talking
Like,
about?
don't commit crimes. You guys complain about what happened to Ashley Babbitt. She should not have been committing a crime, but you guys said that she was unjustly put down. So
I didn't say shit. No one said anything
Nobody
about
said
that,
any of
bro.
that.
You're putting words in our mouth.
Calm down. You
Yeah, nobody said
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. Are you?
A
By
lot of
the way, Tariq, are you
a lot of
vaccinated?
you want to be white supremacists. Really,
Are you vaccinated?
But that still didn't make that.
Are
that
you
still didn't make the
vaccinated,
point,
sir?
though.
He's
That was a
vaccinated.
bad point.
Yeah, he's vaccinated. You fucking
Hold on,
moron.
hold on. That was a
You're
bad
just
point.
nice, battling. You
That
don't.
was
You're
a
just
bad
saying
point.
stuff.
He said,
He had to get vaccinated for his donors. His donors wouldn't
no,
know.
he said
Man,
the
y'all stop
judicial
letting
system.
Max fool
Hold
y'all.
on,
Max is not a
No,
South
no, he
42.
got vaccinated because Joe
Yo,
Biden told him to get
Tariq, let's talk
vaccinated.
about your donors. Who are your
Comes to
donors?
4chan talk.
When he spoke about the
Who are your
judicial
donors?
system, what happened to that?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
Let's talk
because
about.
again, going
Yeah.
back to
Hold up,
the
Myron.
judicial
Hold up,
system
Myron.
that you guys are
making
complaining
up
about,
shit.
just don't
Hold
commit
up, Myron.
crimes.
That's a bad
Just
point,
don't
though,
commit
Myron.
crimes.
That's a bad point because you're saying
How's
Hold
that
on,
a
let me
bad point?
speak. Let me speak. You said that don't commit crimes, but their point is this: even if they don't commit crimes, the system still exists. So they're addressing the judicial system as a whole. Forget the crimes, which they shouldn't do. Whether they do it or not, it still exists. That's their point, I think.
I could barely understand what
What
the
they're
hell you're saying.
saying
Your
is
mic sucks,
they're
dude.
trying to address.
So,
They're trying to
well, how
address.
about you let them talk? How about you let them talk and shut the fuck up and let them talk? Because I don't understand what you're
So
saying.
no one can hear me right now.
There we go.
Yeah, bro, your microphone sucks, bro. Get this blessing nigga out of here, man. Let Tariq and this other clown, his black boy, talk.
I don't have. Well, I'm talking to Myron and Nika.
Yo, Tariq, why don't you help your run it up? He's just like you, except he's broke.
Okay, well, that was a good one. Whatever you talk.
Oh, we got Tommy in the house too. We got Tommy Sotomayor in the house.
Matt,
So yeah, go ahead.
you're
Go
South
ahead,
Florida
Tariq.
trash, right? Come on, you're not a Jew.
But Myron,
you don't
yeah,
matter.
but we need to have a sit down, Myron. We should have a good sit down and just really chop it up and flesh all of this stuff out and really talk about this stuff person to person, face to face. Wouldn't that be a great conversation, guys?
I mean, we're talking about it right now. You haven't brought up one instance of how we're held back in 2024.
I just did, but you're just doing I'm a tether and I say so. But you don't really have an
They
argument.
use the judicial system.
You don't. Yeah,
The
we
judicial
keep
system
pointing
is
stuff
what
out,
they-
and you just say
And
just stick in
education,
your-
judicial and education system.
and we pointed out your homeland, and you were that doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you keep going back to Jim Crow and you talk about Sudan. Tell me about what's happening today.
I didn't say anything about Jim Crow.
I'm talking about America, dude. I don't know why you're talking about
Right,
Sudan or
because
any
I'm
of this other
talking
stuff.
about
Like that has
global
nothing.
racism, global white supremacy.
Oh man, holy shit!
And there's a reason why you had to come and platform yourself by spewing anti-black racism.
Hey, Tariq, are any of your donors racist? Are any of your donors racist?
You can get that dick out your mouth. That's what.
Interesting.
But we're talking about it because you don't have a conversation.
You take money from racists. You take money from racists, but you want to complain about racism.
You're just white supremacists.
Hold on, real
You're
quick.
just saying. You're just saying it.
So wait.
Okay,
so
now
isn't
here
it
comes the
hypocritical
boring.
to
Here comes the
complain about
boring, corny
racism
part.
and
Okay,
then take money from racists?
You're not witty. Let's stop it. You're not even witty.
Hey,
You're not
hey, bro.
witty.
Hey,
You're
listen,
not witty. You're not witty. You're not about to waste time.
No, because you're talking about it's a moral
Now
argument.
you're about to
for
waste
you.
time
It's
by
a
being
moral
unfunny.
argument.
Okay,
You
here we
can't
go.
be immoral in the way you
Okay.
do things and then complain about
Okay, here comes
morality.
the corny,
You can't do
corny,
that.
unfunny
You're
time.
not really talking about
You're
tampons and black cock.
corny,
Like, talk
unfunny
about what's
time
happening
wasting.
right now. How about you
Okay.
stop talking about
Now you're
periods
whining.
and women
Now
for
you're
5
whining.
seconds?
You're whining. You're whining. I'm talking about.
Yeah, Tariq, I find it interesting, man, how, like I said, I'm keeping the conversation.
That's what I'm
focused on
doing.
the
I'm trying
United
to be
States,
focused. Now they're
right?
trying to get into
No,
some
because
corny
you keep
4chan
mentioning
stuff.
Sudan.
Yes, because
you keep mentioning
that's
Sudan.
significant.
Okay?
That's significant.
And I'm telling you that's not
Yes, it
significant
is.
because let's assume I wasn't from. It doesn't matter where I'm
You're
from.
from
I'm making an
Sudan. You're
argument
a
in
Sudanese
general.
guy.
That's not
It's
relevant
very
to the
relevant
debate because the point you're making an ad
that's
hominem
not an ad
point.
hominem, dude. We're talking about global white supremacy. You were a victim of global white supremacy.
I'm talking about.
You had to
I'm
flee
talking
to come
about
over here to
racism
Black
in
Daddy.
the United
You had to
States.
flee to us.
I'm talking about
Sir,
America.
you had.
I'm about
Right,
America. I don't give
right.
a fuck about
I know
anywhere
you
else. I'm
don't.
talking about
And
America.
you have a
Okay?
lane to come over here because of Foundation of Black Americans, sir. We fought racism to help you get here, sir.
Okay. Anyway, like I was
Mhm.
saying, in 2024, there is nothing holding back black people from
You
success.
saying that over and over doesn't make it true. You don't
So
have
give
to
one
say that over
example,
and over.
because
If
Myron's
that's your
from here.
argument, then you
example
tapped
how I'm
out.
wrong.
You
How
don't
am
have
I
an argument.
wrong?
You're just saying the same lie
Tell me
over
We're
and
how I'm
all
over.
wrong.
from America.
Tell me how I'm
It's all
wrong.
about America.
Name,
I'm wrong.
okay,
Here.
name a system in this country or in the world that's not dominated by white supremacy. Name something that's
NBA.
Did you say the NBA? Who are the owners?
Zionists. It's not white
All
people.
right.
There you go.
Is it the whole not white but Jewish thing?
Yeah, those are
Yeah. The same Zionists to fund the Democratic Party, the same Zionists who are fucking pushing reparations, so dumb fucking morons like you can fucking
Matt,
do
chill
it.
out,
Nobody's
bro.
really
Stop
white.
being triggered. Let him and Myron talk, bro.
So it's the nobody's white thing. Okay, it's the whole nobody's white argument. Okay.
No, people are white, but do you not know the
No.
difference between
Oh,
people from
nobody's
Israel?
white.
Do you not know the difference ethnically between whites and Zionists?
Okay, what's the difference?
They're Jewish and they don't have white DNA. They're not from the Caucasus region, dumbass. It's a whole different ethnicity. They're the chosen people. White people do not
They're
control
white.
America.
They're white, right?
They're
And
not
that's how they
white?
came over and subverted y'all
wait,
with white
See,
people.
to be
That's
white,
where
you
you
got to
guys
be from the
lost.
Caucasus.
Jews and whites are
So
not
you
the
can
same.
delineate
what
white
makes
people and Jews, and I can't
Yeah, that's
delineate
what I
from
was
your
going to say.
sound.
Why is it you can delineate between the
But I
blacks
can't delineate
and
from your.
FBAs, and then
Okay,
but
slow
we can't
down.
delineate between the whites?
Bro, we halfway through. And we're gonna do a short commercial break because this got really heated. I'm like, wow, what in the world? What in the world? What is going on here? What is going on? Like, what?
DJ, take us to that commercial break.
Taking no shots. We ain't taking no shorts. We ain't take the wrong end of the stick anymore. We ain't taking no shorts. Man, you know what it is. Taking care of the kids. And we ain't taking no shorts. Man, you know what it is. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Oh, stop playing. We ain't taking it no more. No more. We ain't taking no shots. Taking no shots. We ain't taking it no more. No more. We ain't taking no shots. We ain't taking no shots. We ain't taking no grooming and lying in it anymore. Taking care of the kids. And we ain't taking no shots. Man, you know what it is. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with. Stop playing. Stop playing with me. Oh, stop playing. We ain't taking it no more. No more. We ain't taking no shots. We ain't taking no shots. We ain't taking it no more. No more. We ain't taking no more. We ain't taking no, no shots. We not taking no shots. We not taking it anymore. Not taking it anymore. Not taking no shots. Not taking no shots. We ain't taking no shots.
Man, this got even more interesting as time went on. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that this was a discussion that was being had. I couldn't believe the things that people were saying. Let's get into it. Let's continue.
That wouldn't make any sense.
No. Slow down. Oh, no. We delineate from Black Africans, but we're foundational Black Americans. So we're still Black.
Foundational. What does
We're
that
still
mean?
Black. We're still Black. I'm just a foundational Black American. You're
Explain
saying
what-
that Jewish people are not white?
I was told that the FBA guys.
What is
no
foundational
offense,
Black
but the
American?
guys, it's just really hard to listen to y'all make the argument when y'all say, I can't wait to get him here. Then when y'all get him here, y'all keep letting him off the hook. If you're telling people that Jews subvert people, then why wouldn't you just acknowledge they subverted that whole movement too? That some of them back blacks, some of them back the whole white side. It's like y'all just can't say it.
But Tommy,
If you said
historically
it,
they
if you
back
just
both
admitted
sides,
it.
Tommy.
Huh?
Historically, they back both sides. That's just what.
Yes,
they do.
that's what I'm saying. But they won't. It's like the people are trying. Like, listen, I'm not the fan of TARIK, but I hate when people argue a fallacy with someone, and then they let him off, and then they wonder how they got him off. Because what you're arguing is you refuse to acknowledge the other side. If your argument is that Jews subvert things, why would you then argue with TARIK when he's telling you they subverted this? Why would you argue that?
Because he just understood that it's a different ethnicity. He doesn't realize that.
No,
What?
he did it. He said
I
he
acknowledged
did.
it.
He acknowledged
I acknowleded it. I acknowleded it.
Okay, what he's also overestimating. Hold on, I don't know if anybody caught this.
In bad faith.
I acknowledged it. Yeah,
Okay,
a lot of white people come from different ethnic backgrounds.
Okay, but
when
they're
they
not,
all get together,
that's where y'all should have now stuck. Once he
he keeps saying that. He keeps saying that they're from different ethnic backgrounds. They're not white. Jews are not white people.
but they're classified as white.
But he did point out how they would be white supremacists if they didn't like your black ass.
But you're not seeing where he doesn't understand. It's like they're classified that within the group because they want to be undercover as white people to divide white and black people to have ultimate control. That's what you don't seem to understand. And you're also overestimating the anti-black racism. That's the smallest problem. So you're here with
not.
It's
no,
the
it's not.
smallest
That's
thing.
what you
That's why
think.
you're here with the suit in your profile picture. Tommy's wearing a suit. The majority of black Americans, they wear their pants sagging. They wear bras. They're out there with red hair because they subverted hip hop culture.
So here we go with these tropes again.
Let me explain.
Okay, the majority.
Zionists made black culture through hip hop to make it degenerate, and that's why you're a millionaire up here and you're not giving away your money for reparations because they use hip hop.
Why should I give my money away?
Black people think of themselves as victims forever. It's anti-black racism.
Why should I give my money away?
Is the smallest issue of their problems. All they know that they.
Okay, again, this guy is Haitian and Filipino, and the way he talks about is their problems, they're this, they're that, their issues, right? So I'm like, why are you speaking on someone else's issues? You know what I'm saying? If it's their issues, let them have their issue, whatever. But why the hell are you talking about it? You're from the Philippines and Haiti or wherever you're from. What are we talking about? Why are you trying to jump into 1 minute it's R, the next minute it's there? Like, which one is it? I don't get like how it's there and R at the same time. When it's like, you know, Jim Crow and this it's R, but when it's police brutality and whatever is their issue. That's crazy. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
They can control through culture to keep people at the bottom. Anti-black racism is the smallest of their issues.
So why don't y'all stay the fuck out of my culture, right? And stop perpetuating the worst of it, right? If you're not of it, right? Stick to your ethnicity, right? Whatever shithole country you come from, whatever failed government, right? And stay into that, right?
Well, I was born in America.
I don't give a fuck where you were born. You
but
have
you fled from Europe,
ethnicity. Right, you have a culture and ethnicity. That's real, right? Stick to that, right? I don't want to hear you up here speaking in our lingo, trying to talk fucked up AABE. Stick to what you know, because it's also a lack of understanding, right? And it's being intellectually honest about history.
Do you know what part black? Do you know that?
It has nothing to do with it, right?
No, because there's a lot of white people with black backgrounds. There's a lot of white people who got black back. That don't mean anything.
So what is a black person then?
Can I ask you something, Sneeko?
Good question. I'm a foundational black American. I know what that is.
You keep saying foundational. What does that mean?
I know what that is. I can define that. But yeah, other black folks, that let them define what their blackness means. I'm a foundational black American. So that means my
whatever you want to use to make yourself feel special.
Do you believe you were here before the native?
Special terminology, foundational, whatever. Like they want to keep you as a victim forever. What you don't seem to understand is that Zionists want you to be in this victim mentality.
Oh no, that's a deflection. No,
it's not a deflection.
No, it's a deflection.
To think you're special.
It's your ass. You the problem, not the Zionists.
I'm the problem. The Filipino black guy's the problem.
The white, because you try to come over here and align yourself with white supremacy.
Filipino Haitian.
Yeah, and by the way, it was a foundational black American who stopped the Filipinos.
Well, okay, that's a serious allegation. Where do I try to align myself with white supremacy, Tariq?
You just got your damn tooth knocked out for hanging around a bunch of white supremacists in Detroit.
Tell me, like, based on my ideology, how do I try to align with white supremacy?
Because you were sitting up there trying to antagonize a foundational black American brother, and he gave you a Harriet Tubman fist in your damn mouth.
Okay, because I'm trying to antagonize
Did you not just hear your tropes about how what you think of the black community?
Right, and that's why you have a suit and the majority of black Americans don't. Do the majority of black Americans dress like you and appear like you and speak like you? Yes or no?
We're not a monolith. We have a whole spectrum of the way we get down. That's the great thing. That's the great thing. No, there's no majority anything. No. That's the great thing about foundational.
All right, so this is Sneeko. This is the one who's talking right now. Now he claims to be part Filipino and part African American. And then he's talking about the hip hop culture, but he got his hair cut in like a drop fade or whatever it's called. What's it called? Like a little fade. Got his like hair edged up. Got like the stripe in his that stripe down the side of the eyebrow. That's hip hop culture, right? But he's talking about what y'all do this and y'all do that and what y'all do. You understand?
I've been talking. I'm still on mute. I'm like, I'm like, I'm wondering why you're not answering me back. Right now, this time it's on mute on its own. Oh God, but yeah, that's right. With Kane, Kane made it popular, so that's hip hop. Yes, ma'am.
Right, Big Daddy Kane was the first one that had that stripe through his eye. Brow. You know what I'm saying? You got an edge up and everything like that. But then he talking about the main one talking, you guys, is this guy who's saying, well, y'all do this and y'all do that, but you dressed up, y'all dressed with y'all pants sagging down and this, that, the other. But what are you doing right here?
Everybody says that, but I look at everybody else and your people seem to be doing the same thing too, right? Everybody who say, nah, look how y'all look. But when I look at other people in Europe, why are they dressed like us? Why aren't we the only ones who are dressed like this? If what we're doing is so bad and so degrading and so terrible, why aren't we the only ones doing what we do? Like, why are y'all not celebrating your guys, like your countries, 7 continents? This is all around the 7 continents. Why did y'all get that laid back type of feel like us? Like, it's not like we dress like that because we wanted to. We couldn't. Remember, I don't care how far you go back in time, we had to wear what we was able to wear. I'm not even talking about ours. I'm talking about our forefathers' time, right? So they was used to dressing, putting on a regular pair of pants and a shirt. We didn't have money to dress like our slave owners and do this and do that. So we got used to that type of relaxed type of look, right? Because that's how our forefathers dressed. So when they started buying us clothes, they bought us clothes the way, they were dressed, until we started getting some money, and then we started dressing more like our Caucasian people. But the regular folks, we dress what you call regular. It's like nothing. It's not like it's a style or this how we. It's just how we dress. Like, people make so big things of something that has no concern to them. Like, then dress like your people. Like, wear your skirts and wear whatever y'all wear. Do y'all. Like,
right, from the Philippines. What do Filipino people wear?
Right, wear that. We get tired of being the butt of every freaking conversation. But even when people sit up there, and to me, I think it's a compliment. When somebody say, "Oh, y'all ain't got no culture," I'm like, that's the best thing you could ever say to me, because we the only people who don't have no culture. But by the way, everybody's following. You ain't right. She always starting shit, right? but everybody's following people with no culture. How is
He
that
trying to put on a wave cap. He trying to put on a wave cap and get his waves popping.
Wave cap and wave cap and wave cap and wave cap.
Put the wave cap on. You already know you got the wave cap on to get the waves coming in. He put
and
that
he should know what. And then it's so sad that Mr. Myron here, he makes it his business, if you ever watched his show, to disrespect every Black woman that he can, but you would never see him, even some Caucasians, maybe some Hispanics also, you would never see him put his women up there and talk to them the way he talked to us.
Haven't seen one from the Sudan get up on his panel and he beat him down like that. Because I bet you all his niggas money would whip his ass.
I wish, especially the Black women, I wish y'all wake up. and stop going on people who don't like you shows. This man would never, ever talk to none of the women in his culture, all types of bees and this and this and that. If he did, it won't be in public. Not saying they don't do it, but why you don't invite your type of women up on it? Why you invite your cousins and your cousin friends? Why you don't invite them to your show and talk to them like that? Because them other men to have his ass. The other men will have his ass.
Mm-hmm. Now here we go. Some more bullshit. Listen to it.
The Black Americans, our culture is very vast. We have the sexy reds, we got the middle class people, and we got the heroes like the Rosa Parks and the Dr. Kings and the Malcolm X's and the TARIK Nasheeds and people like that.
Right, you're talking about the exceptional ones,
thing about our culture.
But Tariq, so why were you able to become a millionaire in a white supremacist Black America?
Because I am a phenomenal foundational Black American.
Because you're phenomenal,
So you're
right?
different. Yes. You're different. Because I'm phenomenal.
You didn't answer my question. Why? This is true, and every Black person knows this. Why
And many of us are very phenomenal. We know how to go out here and get it.
So why do the majority of Black Americans dress with their pants sagging and look up
They
at sexy
don't.
red?
The majority of Black Americans do not dress with their
Because they
damn
vote
pants
Democrat.
down. They do not. The majority of Black Americans don't. See,
Put a one at the chat if you don't wear your pants sagging down. If you don't, whatever he's saying. What the hell is he talking about? Take your ass back over to fucking the Philippines or wherever the hell you came
Well,
from.
hold on. Let's correct the question. If you are a woman, if your son or your boyfriend don't walk around with their pants, because obviously we're not walking with our pants hanging down. She means the men, right? Even not saying that women cannot do it. But if you got kids and nieces and nephews, are you letting them walk around you with their pants hung down? So if not, then put a one in there. If so, then that. She forgot the majority of women in here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm sure that if you took a picture of his whole body, I'm sure he got some pictures with his pants halfway down his ass. Because he's copying. He already got like the fade and everything. Man, get out of here.
you guys, you look at things.
The
through
majority of
culture
Black
white
Americans
supremacy.
don't worship celebrities in hip hop.
No, you
No,
worship
they
them.
don't.
No,
That's,
they don't.
that's you guys. Because you have to see.
So I'm a white supremacist who idolizes sexy red. Is that what you're saying?
If that's the case, do the majority of Filipinos eat dogs and sell their kids to sex traffickers? Are we gonna do
Absolutely
that?
not. Absolutely
All right
not.
then.
Absolutely
gonna
not.
go
The
there?
majority of Filipinos. See,
You
that's
wanna
the
do
Chinese
that?
one. See, you don't seem to know the differences between races. The majority of Filipinos are hardworking. I'm asking about the average
Really?
Black person.
Okay, and the majority of Black Americans are hardworking.
And
What
we're
about it?
hardworking.
The
You don't-
majority
don't
of Black Americans are hardworking.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
Are they? Okay, so
Yes,
why are they
they
all
are.
on welfare? Why do they commit most of the violent crimes?
That's white
They
women.
don't. Oh well, sir, we ain't fleeing like you. If you're so hardworking in the Philippines, why the hell y'all fleeing to get up out of
Because I was born in this country just like you.
there? But like an anchor baby. That's right. They had to flee and anchor your ass here because you failed and your family
you know what
failed.
being born somewhere is? See,
Uh-huh,
do you not
that means
understand?
you fled.
See, you,
That's
you
right.
actually
Yes,
think the majority of Black Americans, no, genuinely, and this is not like you're going to think this is racist. You actually think the majority of Black Americans are hardworking?
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
Okay, what do you work? What do you work
Absolutely, they
hard?
are.
What are the industries?
Absolutely, they
What
are.
are the
The
industries
majority of
that
Black
Black
people.
Americans work on? What do you dominate in as Black Americans?
What do you mean? What we dominate in? What do you, as far as what? What do you mean? What we dominate?
Okay, in the workforce. In the workforce, where do you dominate?
So shout out to Black women being the most educated.
The
right?
workforce.
No, don't say that. That's
everything
not
else-
true.
They are or were at a point.
No,
in
they're
time,
not.
right?
They're the most enrolled.
Tommy,
Stop lying.
I get it. I get it for you, Tommy.
Come on, Tommy. Why you gotta like see? I was on your side till you did that bullshit. Why?
I know, right? First he said the most, but even by saying the most enrolled sounds pretty good, right? But my thing is this: when you come to America, if we're not so hardworking, right? Anywhere else you go, like in America, anywhere you go in America, you come here, you like it so much, you'll have like a Chinatown, and this group of each group have their own part of here. When we go, Americans go, you don't see an American town or these are the American quarters. It's like we are one of the youngest countries, right? One of the youngest countries. We have to be damn hardworking to get all the older countries that want to come to a baby country, right? We one of the youngest countries, the USA. A lot of them predate us. They've been here long before us. And look how much, and I'm speaking as I'm sorry to say, I'm speaking as an American right now, right? Sometimes you got to speak like an American too, right? This is one of the youngest countries. We got plumbing system. We done got the plumbing system together. Nothing may be the best, but nowhere you go is going to be the best. Our plumbing system, we got a sewer system. We got a lot of systems set up.
Grid that ain't shutting down every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. So we had to do a lot of hard work to get all of you guys to say, hey, I like it there.
I want to go over there.
Right? I want to go over there. Right? Right? Everybody has different in America. Of course, everybody genetics go someplace else, right? But when they came, it's like, hold up, I like it here. Even before a lot of stuff was built, why did you feel better to build here and not build up your own country? Right? Before we had all these buildings, it used to be flat. So y'all still came over here when this was a baby country. It's just a baby country now when it was a newborn. But all of y'all said, let's build this up. When y'all everything America is, every country could have been, right? You could have built it up and do the same thing. So if we're not hardworking, maybe I would believe a lot of other countries are not hardworking because there's less jobs. So that means less people are working, right? So if we provide more jobs here, then that means there's more working people here. If you understand what I mean. Everywhere you go, you just can't just go places and just find a job. You can find a job here though, right? So
if it was the
hey,
case,
Shay,
we would be heading to Sudan or we'd be heading to Philippines.
Right. So it would have to be more working people here than other places because we have more jobs. So that'll make less people working in other places. Being that it's less of you guys working, you want to come here and work. So that'll still be more working people here. But let's carry on.
Understanding, right? And it's being intellectually honest about history.
Do you know what part black? Do you know that?
It has nothing to do with it, right?
Because there's a lot of white people with black backgrounds. There's a lot of white people who got black back. That don't mean anything.
So what is a black person then?
Can I ask you something, Sneeko?
Good question. I'm a foundational black American. I know what that is.
You keep saying foundational. What does that mean?
I know what that is. I can define that. But yeah, other black folks, that let them define what their blackness means. I'm a foundational black American. So that means my
whatever you want to use to make yourself feel special.
Do you believe you were here before the native?
Special terminology, foundational, whatever. Like they want to keep you as a victim forever. What you don't seem to understand is that Zionists want you to be in this victim mentality.
Oh no, that's a deflection. No,
it's not a deflection.
No, it's a deflection.
To think you're special.
It's you, your ass. You the problem, not the Zionists.
I'm the problem. The Filipino black guy is the problem.
The white, because you try to come over here and align yourself with white supremacy.
Filipino Haitian.
Yeah, and by the way, it was a foundational black American who stopped the Filipinos.
Well, okay, that's a serious allegation. Where do I try to align myself with white supremacy?
You just got your damn tooth knocked out for hanging around a bunch of white supremacists in Detroit.
Tell me, like, based on my ideology, how do I try to align with white supremacy?
Because you were sitting up there trying to antagonize a foundational black American brother, and he gave you a Harriet Tubman fist in your damn mouth.
Okay, because I'm trying to antagonize
Did you not just hear your tropes about how what you think of the black community?
Right, and that's why you have a suit in the majority.
He said, a Harriet Tubman fist to your mouth, bro. A Harriet Tubman fist. Boom.
You know, that's ridiculous.
If Black Americans don't, do the majority of Black Americans dress like you and appear like you and speak like you? Yes or no?
We're not a monolith. We have a whole spectrum of the way we get down. That's the great thing. That's the great thing. No, there's no majority anything. No. That's the great thing about foundational Black Americans. Our culture is very vast. We have the sexy reds, we got the middle class people, and we got the heroes like the Rosa Parks and the Dr. Kings and the Malcolm X's and the TARIK Nasheeds and people like that.
Right, you're talking about the exceptional ones.
Thing about our culture.
But Tariq, so why were you able to become a millionaire in a white supremacist Black America?
Because I am a phenomenal foundational Black American.
Because you're phenomenal, right?
Yes.
You're
because
okay,
I'm phenomenal.
You didn't answer my question. Why? This is true, and every Black person knows this. Why
And many of us are very phenomenal. We know how to go out here and get it.
So why do the majority of Black Americans dress with their pants sagging and look up
They
at
don't.
red?
The majority of Black Americans do not dress with their
Because they
damn
vote
pants
Democrat.
down. They do not. The majority of Black Americans don't. See, you guys, you look at things.
The
through
majority of
culture
Black
white
Americans
supremacy.
don't worship celebrities in hip hop.
No, you worship
they
them.
don't.
No,
That's
they
right.
don't.
That's you guys. Because you have to see.
So I'm a white supremacist who idolizes sexy red. Is that what you're saying?
If that's the case, do the majority of Filipinos eat dogs and sell their kids to sex traffickers? Are we
Absolutely
gonna do that?
not. Absolutely
All right
not.
then.
Absolutely
Are we
not.
gonna
The
go there?
majority of Filipinos. See, that's
You
the
want to do
Chinese
that?
one. See, you don't seem to know the differences between races. The majority of Filipinos are hardworking. I'm asking about the average
Really?
Black person.
Okay, and the majority of Black Americans are hardworking.
And
What
we're
about it?
hardworking.
The
You
majority
don't
of Black Americans are hardworking.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are.
Are they? Okay, so
Yes,
why are
they
they all
are.
on welfare? Why do they commit most of the violent crimes?
That's white women.
They don't. Oh well, sir, we ain't fleeing like you. If you're so hardworking in the Philippines, why the hell y'all fleeing to get up out of
Because I was born in this country just like you.
But like an anchor baby. That's right. They had to flee and anchor your ass here because you failed and your family
you know what
failed.
being born somewhere is? See, you
That
not
means
understand.
you fled.
See, you
That's right.
actually
Yes,
think the majority of Black Americans, no, genuinely, and this is not like you're going to think this is racist. You actually think the majority of Black Americans are hardworking?
Yes, they are. Absolutely.
Okay, what do you work? What do you work
Absolutely, they
on?
are.
What are the industries?
Absolutely, they
What
are.
are the
majority
industries
of
that Black
people.
Americans work on? What do you dominate in as Black Americans?
What do you mean? What we dominate in? What? As far as what? What do you mean? What we dominate?
Okay, in the workforce. In the workforce, where do you dominate?
So shout out to Black women being the most educated.
The
right?
workforce.
No, don't say that. That's
everything
not
else-
true.
They are or were at a point.
No, they're not. They're the most enrolled.
Tommy.
Oh my God, Tommy, shut up. But I just want to just show this real quick because he's saying don't Black people be the main people that be ingesting hip hop culture. All I did was do a Google search on a hip hop audience. And what do you see right here? Do you see a bunch of Black people or do you see a bunch of Caucasians and other races? So let's stop with the bullshit. Let's stop it.
I'll get it for you, Tommy.
You
But
take
still,
the most amount of welfare. You commit the most amount of violent crime.
you want
Where
me
do
to
you
answer the
dominate?
question, or you
You're
just
so
gonna keep
hardworking.
pushing?
Where do you dominate?
Sir, violent crime. You come
The majority
from
of violent crime is
from
from
a
Black Americans,
sir,
by and large. It's not
Sir,
even close.
your lineage is violent. The Philippines is crime and violence over there. Sir, you come from that.
Absolutely.
That's why
So
you
where do
had to flee.
dominate?
You
said
can't
Black
point your
Americans are
finger at us.
hardworking.
The majority of Black people don't commit crimes. That's a lie. The
Okay, so
majority
where do
of
you
Black
dominate in the
people don't
workforce?
commit
You're so
crimes.
hardworking. You dodge. You're running from that question. Where do you dominate in the
I'm not.
workforce? Where do you
Sir,
dominate in the workforce?
No, white
Where do
supremacy
you dominate
dominates
in the
everything.
workforce, Tariq? You're so hardworking. Where?
Can we answer, or are
supremacy
you gonna keep
dominates.
answering the same question?
See, when I say that, everybody knows the answer. You dominate in the NBA, the NFL, and hip hop. That's the systems that you
what do
dominate
you
in. In
dominate?
the workforce,
Okay,
nothing else.
then what do you dominate in? What do Filipinos
I'm dominating
dominate in?
you in this space right now because
What
you're
do
drowning about
Okay,
Zionism.
all right. At least we dominate in that. What do you dominate in?
I'm dominating you in this debate
No,
right
okay,
now
nothing,
because you don't
nothing.
even
That
know what
means
Zionism
nothing.
is.
But you're not though. You
Nothing,
sound
nothing.
stupid and you sound
Nothing.
uninformed, right?
At least we dominate in that. Okay. At least we dominate in music. At least we dominate in sports. At least we dominate in basketball.
See, there's
what
the
do
answer.
The Filipinos?
In
You don't
music,
dominate.
in
Okay, all right. At
sports,
least we dominate in that.
Those
You
are
don't dominate in
industries,
anything.
man.
That's the answer. Music
You
and
dominate
sports.
in fleeing.
Music
So,
and
and
sports.
that means we're doing better than you. That means we're doing better than
the
you.
economy forward, Tariq.
That
the
means we're
answer
doing
is music
Nico.
and hip hop, music
And
and
that-
basketball.
And your
better than
shithole
you.
country
Hold on,
ain't dominating
hold on,
shit but
hold
American
on.
bases, right?
Hold
And
on,
Haiti,
hold on. First of all, dummy. First of all, big dummy. From the time we started doing hip hop to now, it's $1 trillion business. What do you mean it's not doing anything for the economics, right? what do you mean? They had to let us in the gate. It was doing so good, right? They had to let us in the gate, right? Even though y'all done took all the money out of it and we get the pennies, it still does enough. That $1 trillion. Sports would be nothing. So what do you mean not generating money?
I'm sorry. I want to show. I'm trying to show something. Hold on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Check, check 1, check 2. All right. So he's focusing on hip hop, right? Because he clearly is not from America or whatever he's from. What music is made from African American culture? Ragtime, blues, jazz, rock and roll, gospel, soul, funk, rap, and hip hop all have African American roots. Much of the popular music of the 20th century owes its existence to African Americans. You understand what the hell I'm saying? Like, bro, you just only know about hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Black Americans make up a large shares of workers in certain transit, health, and security. When it really comes down to it, we are in law enforcement. And I know because I've been to jail a few times, and I know that the majority of the people who work in the jail is black. So come on now. Let's get real, man. Let's get real.
It's fucking failing. This is what I'm talking about. I cannot debate with
Sneeko, you can't say nothing, Sneeko. You don't dominate in nothing. At least we got sports and music. You don't even have that.
You're running away from okay, so is that hardworking music and sports?
Yep. That's hard work.
Okay,
Sure
maybe that's so then maybe that's why black people are not succeeding.
If it was so easy, why didn't you do it?
Okay, so maybe
so
that's
easy,
why they're
are
not
you not doing it?
Because instead of becoming lawyers, doctors, instead of moving the economy forward, you stick to hip hop and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
That moves
and
the
you don't
economy
have
forward.
anything to stick to but fleeing and dog meat.
Yeah, that's Chinese people, retard. You don't know
No,
the
that's
difference
you.
between
That's
Zico, your
I'm gonna
arguments
hit y'all with you all the same.
Your
And
arguments
your
aren't
arguments are
arguments,
dumb.
Zico. Seriously, you listen to what you just asked. And then when they gave you examples, you said they're not good examples.
Okay, because he said
what
they're
do Mexicans
hardworking.
lead in?
No, Tommy,
okay, what
that
do
is my
Mexicans
argument.
lead in?
That is the argument. He
Sneeko,
said
you
black
cannot
people
tell
are
those
hardworking.
people
No,
in their
Tommy, hold
fields
up.
of work.
I'm just curious. What do Mexicans lead in?
They're very hardworking people.
Okay, and they lead in
well, what? You can't just say that. You said industry. He
Landscaping,
said
fruit
black
picking,
people are
roof
hardworking.
thatching.
So
That's
you
what they
asked him
lead in.
specific
Jumping the
industries.
border.
So then I asked, what do Mexicans lead in?
Landscaping.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you could turn
Road
around
work,
and then knock
construction,
their,
and it's
you could knock
subpar.
what they do too. You could say, and y'all, and they get, most of them get paid under the table and aren't American citizens.
And they're a burden on the system. Let's keep it
so
above.
if you do that, y'all are giving this man the win, and it's sad to watch.
So there's no win. He's saying that they're hardworking, but he can't even think of an industry besides crack. Where do you work hard?
That's
what? He did not say that. And he gave you five. He gave you five industries. See, that's what's not fun.
Tommy, let's disingenuous. You know.
Are we doing the drug thing?
You know very well that black
wait.
on average
I know he didn't go to drugs. I know he didn't go to drugs. I know they didn't.
And blacks don't lead in drugs.
Cole?
Did he go to the drug for real? The
He
drugs are
said
coming from
crack, and blacks don't lead in this.
We don't even lead.
That's what these kind of arguments then make you do sound crazy if you're listening to this. And so whenever TARIK made the same kind of stereotypical remarks about his people, he got upset.
Right. See, but
And then
he's,
he turns right around and
you get
keeps making them
victimized about
about
the
black.
racist jokes. When you talk about eating dogs, I don't victimize myself because you know very well the
I know, but
average
you got
Black
upset.
American does not work hard. They're not. You're
That's
not
a lie.
hard. Black
That's a
Americans
lie.
will use victimization to not work
That's
hard
a lie.
to get
We don't have an
welfare.
option but to work hard. We don't get anything. We have to work hard. We don't have any other option but to work hard. We don't get anything.
Yeah, if you
That's
did work
for
hard,
everybody.
you
What
would
are you
succeed.
talking
And you
about?
wouldn't need to be having this conversation right now because the vast majority of Black, it's just not because of the victimization
No, that's
that
you
purport.
projecting your fail because you come from two failed
I'm
cultures,
actually
sir.
a success
That's
at a
you
very young age.
projecting.
I'm half your age and I'm more successful than you.
No.
Because
No,
the
no.
average Black
You're
American,
not more successful than me.
they ride off of the victimization that you promote.
Sir, you come from two failed cultures. You are not successful, sir. You can't even get your toothpicks. You got knocked out today, sir.
Bitch, you here asking for referrals. Come on, cut it out.
All right. Can I just want to interject something here real quick. I just want like 30 seconds to just make my point here. This entire argument is ridiculous, and I'm going to say why. We're talking about the United States of America. Everyone has opportunity here. Whether people want to go ahead and say, oh, well, I'm victimized and I can't have the same opportunities because of the color of my skin, I think that's a bunch of bullshit. It's up to you if you're going to become successful or not. Whether you come here as an immigrant or you're born here as a foundationally Black American, it doesn't matter. You got to go out there and fucking work. The color of your skin is no longer, hold on, the color of your skin is no longer a valid excuse to say that you're being oppressed by the man or whatever it may be. Whether you're Black as fuck from Africa or you're a foundation Black American,
they want a brown face just like you to say that kind of shit, right? And that's why we don't want you speaking for us, right?
Yo, shut the fuck up when I'm talking, man. Like you're here as a fucking, you're here as a guest, so shut the fuck up.
Myron, you ain't even built like that, bitch. You got a bad over.
Okay, anyway, like I was saying, fucking clown. I don't even know why he's talking. So, like I was saying, you guys are going ahead and saying that the problems stem because of race. I'm saying that the problems stem because of stupidity. If you deserve to be successful and you work hard, you will get it. Your skin color has nothing to do with that. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
And again, that's why
and to defeat that, we then, if we're saying that, to defeat that,
and with that logic, and I always go back to your homeland. If it's all about being stupid and not race, are you saying everybody from the Sudan is stupid because they got oppressed and their homeland is failed because they didn't build it?
I'm talking about the United States of America. I find it interesting that you always bring it back.
Should apply
I find
anywhere.
it interesting you always bring it back.
Stupidity is not just in the United States, sir. Stupidity is stupidity no matter where it is. And that logic should apply to your
You have
homeland.
different opportunities in different lands. That's actually
hold on.
You have
Yeah,
different
because let me
opportunities
tell you why the stupidity matters where you
let's
are,
hear this.
Tariq. Because I'll tell you why. Because in the United States of America, you get a free education. You're in a first world country where you have running water and electricity. And if you don't have that, you can go ahead and get welfare. So everyone has an enormous amount of opportunity in the United States compared to other third world countries. So what I'm saying is this: if someone comes here with $1 in their fucking pocket and can't speak the English language and finds a way to become a millionaire, become successful, guess what? They did a lot better than a foundationally Black American that was born and raised here, that knew the language, that's going to sit there and complain. Hold on, let me finish my point.
That's the problem right there.
Let me finish my point. Let me just finish what I'm saying. If someone comes here and doesn't even have a fucking green card and finds a way to get citizenship here, builds a business, makes a bunch of money, doesn't even speak the language, well, guess what? He did a lot better and is smarter than the foundationally Black American that's crying about the system, saying, I'm being so oppressed when he had the opportunity.
This is where I have a problem. Because in this country, they weren't letting brown immigrants like you come over here for a long time. Do you understand that? This country was not letting African immigrants come over here. It was the foundational Black Americans who worked hard and kicked ass in the 1960s and said, we're going to change these laws to let these brothers and sisters over here. So when you come over here and say that, yeah, we over here now, we're so much smarter and better than those foundational Black Americans who actually were the ones fighting to get me over here, that's a very disrespectful mindset to have. And that's the problem that we're having now. That's why we're delineating from that mindset, sir. You understand that?
Can I respond to that? Okay. So if you were born and raised here and you have an American citizenship and you were able to speak the English language and you had the foundationally Black American experience, as you claim, right? And you had all these resources available to you, and then someone comes in from Nigeria, doesn't speak the language, figures out a way to go to school, figures out a way to put himself through school, gets a job, makes money, becomes a doctor, etc. Who's the idiot? The foundational Black American who had all the things available to him from the beginning, or the guy that figured out a way to come here and make it out the fucking mud?
Foundational Black Americans do that every day.
We're not talking about the fact that they get paid, they get money when they come over here. They get like grants and all type of stuff. What the fuck is this dude talking about? He had like they had to start from zero. Like they don't get all kind of like money and stuff like that from the government when they come over here. If you don't get the F out of my face. When y'all come over here from whatever country, you guys get all kind of like subsidies, grants, help, whatever. You don't have to start from zero. You don't have to start from zero because you get money from the government. Stop it. Stop it.
Hey, you try to look at us through the eyes of the lowest denominator. You look at Black folks in the
bottom 15%.
You look at the people in the projects as the totality of foundational Black American culture. We get up, go to school, work, do our thing every single day. We go out here, run businesses, get money, do what we're supposed to do. The Nigerian brothers and sisters, or Haitian, whoever, when they come over here, we make sure that they're good. We sit up here and help create opportunities for them. When they get businesses, we patronize their businesses. We support people. We make sure that people are good. We don't have that janky ass mentality where I'm against those people. You understand? So a lot of folks, when they come over here, just because you come over here and get a job, because you're not that successful, just because you come over here and get a job, that doesn't mean you're just doing so much better and you're so much smarter. No, you came over here and got a job thanks to the doors that foundational Black Americans kicked in. You understand that?
Yeah, fantastic. But the problem is this: you kicked the door in and then you stayed in the house and got comfortable. Meanwhile, these guys came into the house and decided, wow, there's a lot of opportunity here. It took the house over. That's what I'm
You're
trying
not
to say.
taking anything
I'm not
over.
shitting on
No,
foundation.
stop.
Because
No,
here's the thing.
stop. You're
You
not
like to
taking
use.
anything.
Hold on.
What are you
I
taking
let
over?
you
Okay,
speak.
what are y'all
Tariq,
taking
I
over?
let you speak.
What are
Tariq, I let you
what are you
speak.
taking over?
I
Okay,
let you speak.
what are you got to
I let you
elaborate.
speak.
What are you taking
Okay.
over? As a Sudanese
If you would let me
immigrant,
He
finish.
is
what
arguing
are
with
you
y'all
taking
arguing
over?
now. He's a student
If
of
you would let me
Tommy.
finish. If you would let me finish, then I can go ahead and
Go ahead.
elaborate the way that
Gotta
you
hear
want. But what I'm simply saying is, you're saying that you guys created an infrastructure for us to come over and be successful. Fantastic, awesome. But what I'm saying is that if you create the infrastructure and then the people that come and immigrate that have less opportunity than you come over here and become successful, then you can't sit there and be like, well, you guys are ungrateful, blah, 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 blah. There are foundational Black Americans that do fantastic. But my problem is this. Foundational Black Americans tend to complain a lot about the system, right, that they've been able to enjoy for the better part of multiple decades and say, oh my God, I'm so oppressed.
But Myron, that's our privilege, Myron.
Any,
No.
Hold on. Let me finish.
We complain about white
Meanwhile,
supremacy.
people come here from poor ass countries that didn't have any opportunity, and they're like, wow, you're a bunch of fucking crybabies. And they become successful in the house that you built. That's what I'm saying.
They come over and drive Uber and thankful that they had to flee the homeland that the other white supremacists broke down and they didn't fight them. We can't have that.
Nothing wrong with Uber. I drove Uber too, and
we
I'm
can't have
multi-millionaire.
that same thing.
I have a
It's a
Middle
lot
Eastern
of Black
background too, bro. I
foundational
came
Black
here
Americans driving Uber.
2014 to this country with $2,000 in my pocket.
We can't sit here and ignore
There's no
white
country
supremacy.
like America
Who's
that has more opportunity. So it's me, Calvin.
Who is Calvin?
Some camel.
Let him finish his point, Calvin, because I want to make sure he can say what he's got to say. Go ahead, Tariq. Go ahead.
Yeah, we can't sit here and do what y'all did back in your homeland and ignore white supremacy. We'll turn this into a third world country. Somebody has to fight the white supremacists to get things for non-white people, and we're the only ones doing that. You understand these white supremacists ain't trying to give nothing to nobody.
I just want to give a shout out to the Morehouse brothers. As you can see, it's a whole auditorium full of hundreds of Black brothers graduating college. Okay, graduating college. That means they spent 4 years. Some of them spent more. They're all, look at this. It's a whole auditorium full. I just want to give a shout out. This is on the National Geographic. Okay. I really don't like this rhetoric that these niggas these guys from another country are trying to spill out that we just lazy and we ain't doing shit. That's bullshit. Okay. And I don't understand why. I mean, they probably couldn't bring up pictures, but come on now. And that's just Morehouse, Spelman, historically Black colleges with hundreds of people graduating every year. And all we do is sit with our pants sagging and this, that, the other. If you don't get the fuck up out of here. Woo, this is pissing me off. Woo.
Somebody had to say, hey, you're going to have to give something up. And y'all come and enjoy that. And then when you come over here and start trying to align yourself with the same white supremacists, we're looking at you funny style. You understand that?
Okay, can I respond to that? So, okay, so what I'm saying to that is you're saying, oh, yeah, well, we created this foundation or whatever. But remember, my argument is simply this. In 2024, there's nothing holding back, whether it's an African immigrant or a foundationally Black American. Nothing is holding us back from success. There's this white supremacy that you're talking about that's holding us back. It's not holding us back, man.
It can hold you back. These white supremacists can say, I'm going to just close the border. I'm not letting none of y'all back over here. They can do that. They run the show. And I acknowledge that. I don't have a problem acknowledging that because that's the truth. It's a race war going on, and the white supremacists are on top of the race war. They can shut these borders down tomorrow. They can shut a lot of stuff down. They can shut down our businesses anytime they feel like it. Nobody's stopping them. We're in a global system of white supremacy. That's what it is. They can go bomb your homeland tomorrow, sir.
A global system
we're in
of
a
white
system of
supremacy.
Black. Okay.
Right.
Can I respond to that?
Go ahead.
So you're saying that we're in a system of. So tell me this: why is it that Black people are admitted at a higher rate to university than white people? Why is it that they have preferential hiring? Why is it that we have affirmative action? Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Why is it that we have historically Black colleges, but we don't necessarily have historically white colleges? Why do we have?
They're called PWIs,
Myron. Hold on. Let me finish. Why do we have?
Why
all
would you
these
need to
things in
call it a
place
historically white college? It's already baked in the salt.
Sugar Love, let's get into that. Because clearly he's an immigrant. He tried to say he from America, but why would he ask that stupid ass question? Like, why do you have historically white? Answer that question for him, please, Sugar Love.
I don't know, girl.
The reason why they have historically Black colleges versus historically white colleges is because there used to be segregation.
Correct.
You weren't allowed to go to college. So they had to create a Black school, college, water fountain, whatever, doctors, everything. You came late, sir. You missed the whole thing that was going on with civil rights. You want to talk about Jim Crow, you want to talk about all this stuff, but sir, you don't even know what the hell it meant. Like, bro, we could their colleges. We create our own.
He said, I could not debate these clowns without losing. Baby, they didn't have no politeness. Go on up there. Count how many times they called. Yes, called TARIK. They named, right, I would run check. Exactly. Exactly.
It's PWIs.
But that's my point that I'm trying to get at. We have things in place specifically for Black people, right, that are not available to other races.
That's
but
a
we
lie.
sit here and we complain and cry and say
that's a
it's
lie.
white
White people go to
supremacy.
HBCUs all the time. All groups go to HBCUs.
Yeah, but what's their
So
acceptance rate?
Myron,
That's
those
like
people
1%
had to
maybe.
create that network, right, because of the history. And that's why I say y'all see a lot of intellectually dishonest shit, right?
Right. Yeah, that's not even intellectually honest, man.
Like even
Bad
the
faith
part,
argument.
even the part about well, why is it that something about civil rights, right? That in the interim during the civil rights, of why you're not succeeding, huh? You
All right, let's go to let's hear from
I said in today's day and age,
but you're forgetting about the in-betweens, right?
Someone from
but
success.
You're not mentioning,
bro. You have
There's
to let
nothing
people
holding you
finish
back.
their statements. You have to let people finish their statements, bro. Like, I know you may think you know what he's gonna say. Just let them finish, please. Go ahead, Myron.
No, I was just saying. I was to clarify what you were saying. I was saying that in 2024, there's nothing holding you back from success, regardless of your skin color. But continue.
Right, you said that over and over again.
Yeah, so there's no lasting ramifications of all the policies enacted since the civil rights movement. There's no lasting ramifications, right?
What policies are you talking about?
We're talking about pumping drugs into the community, right? Through by way of Iran-Contra. We're talking about NAFTA. We're talking about crime bills, right? We're talking about welfare reform. 2 crime bills and welfare reform. And welfare didn't even benefit us, right? But they damn sure racialized it, right? And that was right after NAFTA, right? That trade deal took most production jobs away from that middle class working community, right? Shipped them overseas, right? So you're not being intellectually honest. You're glossing over all that, right? And with those trade deals comes immigration policy. which how a lot of you motherfuckers got here. Let's keep this shit a buck. So come on.
Okay. So explain to me then. So you're talking about immigrants, blah, 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 coming in here. So as a foundationally Black American, you have all the advantages. You're a U.S. citizen. You speak the English language. You got a free education.
Because they're still that system.
What's keeping you back from beating out? What's keeping you back from holding, just beating out some, spear chucking African?
Now, why does he have to be a spear chucker? And you're African.
Oh, that's what you've been saying the whole
I
time.
never said nobody was a spear chucker. I don't.
You made a bunch of jokes about Africans and everything else like that.
Dog eaters when they say spear chucking,
these immigrants, right, that you've been ridiculing the entire night. Why can't you guys beat them out as American citizens that can speak English?
We have.
Just beat them
we
out?
have. We're doing better than them.
Okay. So
because the system likes to underpay you. We're doing better than you.
Myron, we're doing better than you, brother. I mean, come on, man.
That's
The
actually
system actually likes to underpay you, right? And they know you're docile.
That's actually not true. Nigerians are some of the highest. Nigerians are the highest earning Blacks.
No, they're
I don't know what
not.
you're talking about.
No, none of you guys. You guys are not really balling out, Myron. Let's stop this fantasy.
The Nigerians are by far the most successful Blacks.
Myron, none of you are balling out. Name the prosperous Nigerian community in America.
Fake diplomas and flake stats, right? We
real
know
talk.
this.
Say what now?
Fake diplomas.
All right, let's go.
Say what
Let's
now?
go to Chief Trump first.
Yeah, I gotta
Say
get out.
what?
That's a
Hey,
fact.
you better change that subject. Y'all not balling out.
Say what now? First of all, listen.
No, hey, Josh, I've been waiting for you to chime in.
Now I was chiming in, but say what now? First of all, again, even if we don't know percentages, let me tell you something. Education is part, right? It's part of living, right? It depending on how far you want to go, but it just means you read more books or you decided to study something. Technically, everybody is smart. If you can read, you are smart. You just have to read more. But you got left side of the brain, you got the right side of the brain. Some people are creative, and sometimes it may appear like they live in below the poverty line, but sometimes your art itself may not make money. Sometimes people jobs themselves. It's like you have what they would call like a struggling artist or whatever. Sometimes people follow their dreams, and then you cannot, even in the hood, is money in the hood too. There are no stores closing in the hood. A Chinese restaurant ain't closed, the supermarket ain't closed, but it's just not counted for. So you can never really give a percentage on Black people or really on anybody. Because if you ain't if you're not paying taxes, but people are still getting money other ways, how would you know they're living below poverty line? They might be living good. So a lot of people go on the corners. A lot of people at one point they used to sell music out the trunk of their car, right? You may appear like they're living in poverty, but they're not, because it's not being counted for. Now, far as other countries, we just was saying, right? Even in Nigeria, it's beautiful. But if it was so much better, look at where we at. How much have they built? How much have they built in their own country if they were so much smarter and better? Why did they couldn't even be smart enough? Not all of them. I'm just speaking in majority. Them Chinese people that come over there and put them roads there. So what's the purpose of being smarter if we don't see what you're being smart, if we don't see what is it producing? What is it producing? We have this small country right here have produced more. So intelligent and producing is two different things. Some people could be the smartest person sitting at home. It's a lot of smart people sitting at home. But what is it producing? That companies were made out of people with creativity, right? So it's funny how it's Fresh and Fit podcast is now defunct MYRON businesses are unsuccessful. And if it's not being counted, does it count? The thing, Jaded, is you have to ask yourself that, because I wasn't really talking to you, but technically, yes and no. Because if you're saying 18% or this percent, somebody's counting something, even if it wouldn't be accurate. It's not accurate, because the second thing is living below, right? So you can't say 18% because it still would not be accurate. That's just what they've counted. So if it doesn't count, it doesn't go with living below, because you don't know. It's not counted. Now, what you pulling up there, DJ? You're gonna have to read it. We can't read it. Like, you're gonna have to read it.
I've been talking the whole time and y'all couldn't see it. So listen. So between the time of 2000 and 2019, the population of the Caribbean and African almost doubled, tripled for Africans and doubled for Caribbeans. The bottom line is that America was not allowing Caribbeans or Africans to come into the country, period. It took Pan-Africanists to go and like do those laws to say, okay, we're all a part of one group and let open up the borders, let them come in. Because America was not doing it. Listen, if you were African, you couldn't come over to America. So how can you come to America when the people that even got you over here were foundational Black Americans, right? Fought for you to come here and then try to snub your nose down at us like this. That's crazy. How can you come from the Sudan and gloat about how better you are than the people that even fought for you to even come over here? That's insane to me. Now you have Sneeko, he's from Haiti. Then you have MYRON from the Sudan. So you have a Caribbean / Asian, and you have an African. And as you can see, is that based on the work that we did as Africans, as Pan-Africanists, we opened the borders up for them to be able to come over here. And now that they've grown in numbers and now they're over here, they created their little communities. Now they want to sit up here and down us as African Americans and say, well, you guys are just wearing your pants sagging down and talking shit, but you wouldn't even be over here if it wasn't for us. The audacity, okay? It's the audacity for me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I wanted to say. It's the audacity. It's the fucking audacity. I'm like, bro, what planet are we living on where someone opened up their borders to you and opened up their home to you and work and so hard to get you over here, and the moment you come over here, it's like, man, F you. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair. That's not fair. So we're gonna get back to this, but I mean, it's not fair. And we're reaching the end of this, and so we're gonna like open the panel up for people to talk or whatever for a little bit of time. But I wanted to like talk about this because I really feel it's disingenuous for people to do that. It's wrong, you know. So here we go.
Like that, you're not doing so much better than us over here.
Nigerians are the most successful blacks, bro.
How
Yeah,
so?
they
How?
are.
Okay, then name the successful.
They have the highest annual income, somewhere around 80.
Okay, they have that. You know why? You know why? You know why? You know what? No. Let's break that down. Let's break that down. That household income is
What's
higher.
the excuse now for why they're laughing?
The
at you? Go ahead.
higher the income, the household income is higher for a lot of immigrants because most foundational Black Americans have 2 income households, either 1 or 2. A lot of you immigrants have 30 niggas living in the house, all driving Uber, and that makes the income for the household go up higher. That's the only reason. It's not that you work harder, it's more of you living in a damn house. So tell all of it and put it in the right context. It's not that you have these prosperous communities.
Love the stereotyping.
Y'all don't have them.
That's not true. That's not.
That's 100% true. There is no prosperous communities that you guys have like that. Y'all just live in the house.
Tariq, have you thought
y'all
about
have
this?
a whole bunch of people living in the house.
I'll tell you why Nigerians earn more. I'll tell you why. Because they have 2-parent households.
No, they have 30. They have 30 members in the household. It's a whole bunch of people.
They have 5-parent household. They have 5-parent household.
You can say whatever you want.
One father, 4 wives.
The point is this.
Come on.
The point is this. They value the nuclear family. They value the nuclear family. That is the biggest thing here that the FBAs don't see.
In Nigeria has the highest fraternity fraud rate in the world. Sir.
Y'all be beating y'all bitches up, man. Cut it out.
Don't you dare go there.
They value the nuclear family when they're polygamous. Which one is it? Is it polygamous or nuclear family? How do they value the nuclear family and they're polygamous? Majority. A lot of them are Muslim and they have a multiple family home. Like, what do you mean? A multiple wife home. 1 man, multiple wives. What are you talking about? They value the nuclear family. Are we in the Twilight Zone?
Nigeria has the highest fraternity fraud rate in the world, sir. They don't value,
and that's why they have. And that's yes, but they're also wildly successful as well.
Okay, don't sit here talking about a nuclear family and there's orphans.
That's why, and they have nuclear families. That's why they come here and they become successful because they have 2 parents. They send their kids to school. They make them work really hard while the dad drives Ubers. You make jokes about it, and he's sending his kids to med school. Yes, that's why they're successful.
Sir, no, it's all the people living in the household. That's why you cannot.
I'm sorry, I gotta speak on this. How many women have dated in Nigeria and he had a wife at home back in Nigeria? Nuclear family, my ass. Most Nigerians have a wife at home and they might get a wife down here. Also, Kenyans too. A lot of Africans are polygamous. So what do you mean a nuclear family? What is now nuclear family a whole nother definition than polygamy? Is polygamy no longer is that like the same as nuclear family? Because from what I know is that most Africans are polygamous. Unless they're Christian, and they became a Christian, but for the most part, they're either like Muslim or traditional religion or whatever, and they're polygamous. There's a polygamous society. Like, what are you talking about? Nuclear family? What?
Not point.
How are you just gonna say no?
Yeah, because I'm telling you, he's just saying stuff. That's why you can't point.
But you're just saying
you can't
no.
point to a big prosperous community that's Nigerian, that's Sudanese, or none of this stuff. You can't point to it in America. You can't point to it.
I like how you deflected the argument when I told you the most successful blacks are Nigerians.
All right, and I've debunked that.
Are you using per capita numbers, Meyer?
Well,
I'm talking general.
Yeah, they're making 67K per year.
Nobody's worth,
That's
bro.
more than
I'm
the
not
average American, dumbass.
Okay, right? They choose y'all because y'all will take the lower wage. You won't give it any pushback.
See, notice how I give a fact and then they go ahead and just make stereotypes.
I didn't even. You didn't give a fact. I countered that lie you told and told the truth.
Yeah, you countered it by them doing fraternity fraud.
Yeah, you talk. Yeah, because you can't talk about the nuclear family and there's fraternity fraud.
First of all, how about this? I mean, kudos to the Nigerians for having.
And I'm not knocking Nigerians. I'm not knocking Nigerians.
And make more money. Like, I mean, well, at the end of the day, he's trying to make a point, and if Nigerians choose to use that strategy, good for them. I mean, congratulations. That's great. That's smart, actually. We should congratulate them. How about you guys take a lesson from that?
I'm not taking a lesson from people or from any country where they're defecating in the streets. and they can't get it together. All right, I'm
Bro,
not.
you guys were better off here.
That's not a
racist than in
stereotype.
Africa.
That's
I'm not taking. I'm
That's
not. No,
racist.
no, that's not racist. You know, when you
Can I
come from
just-
failed homelands, I'm not taking no cue from that.
And I mean,
No.
most of
Can I-
and
yeah,
most of y'all
Tariq,
parents
the
and
point
most
I'm
of
trying
y'all
to
in here
make,
parents
right?
come from failed homelands where they do
Yeah.
barbaric shit.
But
Come on,
No,
cut
no,
it
no.
out.
Yeah,
Can
we're
I-
not taking no cues
Okay,
from
yeah,
you.
they come.
The hell
well,
out of
so,
here.
so let me get
Take
this.
a lesson from
They
you and
come
y'all.
from failed homelands. They come from failed homelands, and then they still laugh.
No, they don't.
FBAs.
They're
How's
not
that
They
laughing
didn't
not
laugh
anything.
shit, bro. Your
No,
mom is at home
they're
sleeping
taking
and
me to
shit,
the
bro.
airport.
yeah, they
Yo,
did. They
yo,
worked
bro.
together.
Like,
They
here
worked
come the
You're not
together.
Alabama
laughing
tax.
anything. No, you're not.
Can I?
Here we go.
Yo,
Yeah, they
Jacosta,
did.
can
They
I
No,
make
did
they're
a
not.
apparently because
That's a fantasy.
yeah, they came up with a method
That's
for them to
that's
make
a
money.
fantasy. You
They came up with a method.
Can
They
I?
outsmarted
no,
you
they
guys.
didn't.
Can I?
They did. They said, "Hey, how about this? Let's come together. Let's create more income within the household. Let's live together and let's do this and let's become,
So they
and
so
make
let's
more
all
money
drive
split."
Uber. We're
And
sure
that's why,
showing those FBAs. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. All
W.
right.
That's
You
smart.
showing us with your Uber.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway.
Yeah. So Tariq, again, once again, if an immigrant that doesn't even speak the language can come here and be successful, there's nothing holding anyone
You're
back.
not
from
that
success. That's my point.
successful, sir. You're not. You're,
Can I
I'm
give
not
the
talking
real
about
I'm not.
statistics,
I'm
bro?
talking about immigrants in general. They're not really that successful
Jacosta.
like that. You come up. You flee 3,000 miles to get a job. Okay. You flee your homeland to get a job. All right. You're not really balling out like that. You're not.
They
You're not
flee to
showing us
America because there's opportunities in America.
that we created. Yes, I know that. We know that.
Okay, wait, so
Tariq,
you
Tariq.
created it or white supremacists created it? Which one?
Tariq,
We had to fight these white supremacists to allow some of these
I mean,
opportunities
by
for
your
the
logic, then
non-whites.
we could go ahead and
All
say
right.
you didn't create anything. It was George Washington in the squad. Like, you're using the logic of we
If you
created this,
created it,
but
there'd
like,
be
who's
black
thriving?
supremacy, and there's not. See, 45% of
No,
single mother
there's no.
households are black.
Oh
Average black
Lord.
American woman weighs 186 pounds. If you're going to bring up these metrics,
Fucking make enough money.
it's like you're
Sir.
failing in every single one of these metrics, and then you
Sir.
say Haiti's failing. You say Nigeria's pooping in the streets. Look what's
Mhm.
happened. Look at the statistics in America.
Foundation of Black
yo,
Americans.
Smeagol.
We ain't living
Can I
like
give?
third world people. We're not. And you white supremacists are in the trailer parks living worse than that, but you still got white
Why do you
supremacy.
keep saying you? Why do you keep saying
the
you
thing about
white?
you white
Why do you keep
supremacists,
doing that?
your white
Dude, no
your
one here is a
whiteness is
white supremacist.
monetized.
Yeah,
he's
why do you
making
keep
up
saying
his
you
like
white
white
You
supremacy.
have a
No.
perpetual victim
Your
mindset.
white
Tariq.
supremacists,
It's
the
sad
only
to see
thing
it.
that keeps you awake at night is the fact that you can fall back on white
That's
supremacy.
an emotional argument. That's an
No, it's
emotional
not.
argument.
Tariq, no
No,
one
it's
is a
not.
white
No, it's not.
supremacist here. I don't
No,
know
it's not.
why. We
No,
didn't
it's
even
not.
talk about
No,
race
it's not.
until you
No,
came
it's
in
not.
here.
Yeah, you
No
don't have
one was talking
anything
about
going
race
on
until you
except
came in
white
here.
supremacy. You're dirt
Tariq,
poor,
we
but
get
your
your business
whiteness
knowledge to call
is
it white
monetized.
supremacist and all that.
Tariq is cold with
We
it.
talk about race.
Tariq is
Like, we didn't even
cold
talk
with
about
it.
that.
God
That's
damn
all.
it. Tariq is cold with it. I don't know if DJ want to, but after this is over, she could drop the panel. If Fox want to come up, Fox could come up. Now
Yeah,
you say
we got. It's about like more about 15 more minutes. Or wait, is that 13? About 20 more. Well, no, 15 more minutes left. Yeah, it's at 1:13. We got about 15 more minutes.
Tariq is cold with it, boy. He cold with
And
it.
I definitely want y'all to
But
come up
see,
and speak on this because it's crazy. Like, what really?
and it's a shame that why do people argue about us or with us about our freaking troubles? Like why? Like, we don't do that to no other race. We don't minimize their struggles. We don't minimize what's going on in their countries. We was rooting for South Africa, remember? We be rooting for everybody because we know through our ancestor blood what it feels like. We know what we've been through. We don't never minimize. I don't care what country it is, and at this point, even what color you are, right? We don't never sit there and talk to people bad about what goes on or so traumatic with their people, right? When we speak, we only saying what happened to us, but we don't minimize other people and make it seem like it's not nothing. That just baffles me. I'm like, why do they do? Like, why do I understand why they do that, right? But we got to stop letting people do that. We never do that. Like, I don't care what race you are. Like, we know your struggles.
Tariq Nasheed was saying what the hell he said. Like, God dang it, yeah, fuck all that.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's still not minimizing what happened to them. He's just speaking up for us. Now they start coming at us. So of course he's going to say something back. But us as in a general, American FBA, American blacks don't never do that. Ever. When we watch their show, we feel, come on, we all right here, we feel bad. Like, oh my God, look what's happening over there. Look what they're doing to the women. Look what they're doing to the children. We the quickest.
Honey, remember when they had them damn commercials with the Ethiopians with their stomach sticking out? I still today. And it might not have been true, but hell, I was feeling sorry for their ass. Like, God damn.
Exactly.
Flies and stuff flying all over their face and stuff, and they just sitting up there and letting the flies on them. You know what I'm saying? Now he could say that. Like, he could be like, you know what, y'all had flies on y'all face about in the 80s. About 30 years ago, y'all was sitting up there with flies and having a drought. You know what I'm saying? Even though
they're still going through stuff, and they talk all this crap, right? And what they do, none of them, they don't send no money back home. They may send some money to family members, but they don't improve none of their countries.
Right, it's still fucked up. Like, bro, you over here making all this money and your country's still fucked up where it's at. Y'all come over here, y'all make it off of what we built and what this country got, but then your country still ain't got like running electricity on a regular basis.
No sewer system, right? A lot of them even when they cook, they still cook the old-fashioned way with the regular. They put the pot on regular fire. There is no stove. Right, but it's a thing that when
barbecue every day, barbecue every week.
Right, but when we do see it, we don't mock it. We don't like, oh, look at them, or they could do better. We'd be like, oh wow, we hope their life improve. Right, we wish the best for them because I've never
in their ass. Like Pan Africans still going over there trying to help. They're trying to do something and build up after. If you don't get out of here, how you gonna come from Sudan? The Sudan, your grandma came from the Sudan or whatever. Now I was born here, but then talk shit about American people. But this is what's crazy is that Myron talked bad about black women.
Mm-hmm.
He loved Tommy Sotomayor so much because Tommy Sotomayor talked bad about black women, right? I don't see him ever bring up no Sudanese woman and talk shit about her.
It's not going to happen. I keep telling you, black men are the only race of men to do that. Other races, including immigrants,
African, right?
are raised to look down on black Americans. We are the boogeyman, criminals and single parents, hood rats. They just love to put us down because they feel, keyword, they feel superior because we are the movers and the fucking shakers, right? You make me even more proud that we move and shake so much, right? They mad because we are the rose in the concrete ground. We are the rose that grew out of that concrete ground. Like we were blessed with so many gifts and talents. People, they mad. I understand you mad. It's not our fault that it's not our fault we was built.
Rock and roll, gospel, soul, funk, rap, and hip hop. And country. Come on, because country only came from blues.
Right. You could never make me feel bad because when I look at how long y'all been in existence and I look how long we've been here. We've been movers and shakers ever since. I could never get mad at anybody who copies us. So you can be, that is true. They are raised to look down. They could do whatever they want to do. But at the end of the day, we change your whole outfit. Now you dressing like us. You ain't wearing none of your ethnic clothes. Y'all wearing what? Regular clothes, just like us. Remember, we started out wearing regular clothes. Now y'all wearing regular clothes, right? But let her go ahead. So if she want to drop the nigga, somebody want to come up. Go ahead, DJ.
All right, we got like it's a little bit more left. Okay.
You guys do, and we're calling you out on that.
Really?
Yes, it is.
That's
Yes, it
bro.
is.
There's no substantiation behind it.
Yes, it is.
There's literally no argument to back that we're white supremacists. You have a victim
It
mindset
is. It is.
perpetually.
It
And you're really
you
holding
being in
people back.
denial. Y'all love to practice white supremacy, then deny it, which is
So Tariq, is Shapiro
Well, Tariq, you can't honestly say that all they do is talk about race.
Hey,
And
wait,
that's
wait,
all
wait.
you do is talk about race.
Tariq,
These
is
dudes?
Ben Shapiro a white supremacist?
He's a
It's like,
suspected
oh,
white
y'all,
supremacist.
listen, that'd be like me saying I don't talk about race. No, race
He
is
really,
fine.
someone quote that.
Right,
Tariq
there it
Nasheed
is.
thinks Ben Shapiro is a white supremacist.
Right.
Well,
A
that's where
suspected
y'all
white
should have
supremacist.
stopped that, though. Y'all never drilled down on the questions you should. Right there, when you said he backs white supremacist talking points, why did none of y'all say what talking points are those? Y'all literally defeat your own argument and y'all
Right.
make it easy for him.
Mhm. Exactly.
Okay, so
So,
you
yeah.
call it out, Tommy. Then get out of the victim mindset that Tariq is holding.
Oh God.
No,
But
Ben Shapiro
you got to
said
get
he
out of the
doesn't care about
victimizer
drowning
mindset.
America.
You got to
How's
get
he
out of
white
the
supremacist?
victimizer mindset.
Y'all
Right,
just have
wait,
a
wait,
really,
let me get
we
it.
have an
Let's
honest
get it.
conversation. That's the only thing I hate. People, I get that when we get on our separate sides, we got to speak the way we speak. But I got to tell you, Tariq in this conversation, I've seen him speak in a way I hadn't seen him speak. I think he might have been watching me a few videos, but he has set up here and he been playing. He been rope-a-doping y'all, and y'all look bad.
No, man, that's not true, man.
Y'all do look
So
bad
then
from the
I don't
outside
know
looking
what
in. You
conversation you're
do.
listening
Can't
to.
prove anything.
then
Tommy, he hasn't made one substantial point about anything
I
besides talking
But
about
neither have
Sudan.
y'all.
But
Y'all
Myron,
been calling them names. I've heard so many people say dumb, stupid
Okay, he called
motherfuckers.
us
Yellow,
dog
but
eaters. He said Nigerians poop in the streets. Like, what are you talking? What is he? What point has
He's
he
made
made?
no solid points, bro.
Besides
you know what I'm
saying
saying?
Ben
Y'all have to
Shapiro,
hold
I
him
haven't
to
said.
what his
He's been
points
making ad
are.
hominem attacks on me the whole time. I haven't said
besides
anything
saying
about
that
him.
that Zionists are white supremacists, he hasn't made any point at all.
No, he did. Hold on. I can, and again, y'all know he'll tell you, no love lost. He made a point when he was trying to tell y'all, if you say this about Jews, they subvert everybody. So I'm just going to look at them as white people because the white people are doing the same thing. Y'all did not make y'all did not make a good reverse argument. So he won.
right.
You can't do that.
yeah, no, he said Ben Shapiro
Because they don't have
I
a
said, but
reverse
y'all never asked.
Ben Shapiro said he
Tariq, did
wanted
they
to
ask you, Tariq, did they
drowning
ask you
America.
what your points were when you said he backs up white supremacist talking point? Did they ever ask you to elaborate?
No, I
Nope.
just told who he was associated with.
Sure,
Right.
exactly.
They don't really.
You
They
never
don't have a
asked.
counter. They don't have a counter. But
Y'all
Myron,
don't
but
ask.
Myron,
You can't
Tommy,
not ask
you're
the right
putting words in
question
his mouth.
and then
There's
turn around and
but
say
Myron,
they did something wrong.
not one city ever admit that there's Jewish subversion tactics.
JC did.
Tariq,
Yeah,
are there Jewish
I did.
subversion
I talked about
tactics?
it in the 1960s how there were
He
Jewish
literally
and
did.
anti-racists.
See?
I did. I did
Not
talk
in the
about it.
1960s. We're not living in the
God.
Jim Crow era. I'm talking
Right.
about
This is not
today.
supposed to happen.
Even now, I can talk. Even now, you have white Jewish music execs who
No.
push degeneracy.
I am not
Tommy
supposed
Abrams.
to be over here. I'm waiting on this man to call me one crispy. He ain't done it.
No, wait, hold on.
No.
Okay, wait, but Tommy,
I'm
you're not
on
hearing what he's
these
saying.
guys.
I ask him again, is there Jewish subversion tactics? He says white Jewish. They're different races. We established
Right,
that 5
because
times.
there's black Jews. Because I just can't say Jews. There's black Jews.
Yeah,
They're
he's
not- they don't
explaining
have
to
any
you. He
power.
believes there's two different kinds of Jews.
Right.
He doesn't
It's
even
not like he didn't
understand.
say it.
He doesn't
Right.
understand
There's
that
black
Zionist Jews
There are
do
black
not
Jews who don't
consider
have any. They
black
don't have no power.
Jews.
And
Tommy,
if he's an FBA and he also believes that blacks were in the United States before whites set foot, you don't think he also believes that there were blacks that were Jews too?
Yeah, that's retarded. See, no actual
But
Jew
you
believes
think
in that.
you're not hearing me though. You think it is. There's several black Jews who believe that they're Jews.
Yeah,
and I'm
but no
friends with a
actual
few of them.
Jews believe in that. Whatever blacks can believe what they want to believe. It doesn't make it true.
There's a woman who thinks.
But
Wait,
there's
wait,
many of
wait,
us.
are you
Wait a
saying-
minute.
who's the guy
Nick
saying
Cannon.
that-
Hold on a
who's-
second, Sneeko. Nick Cannon. What got him kicked off his show? What did he say that got him kicked off?
He said something about the Jews, huh?
No, not something. Don't do that. See there? You've been disingenuous. Let me tell you exactly what he said. He said blacks were the original Jews. That's what got him kicked
The
off.
majority of slave owners were Jews, so I don't know.
No, what I'm saying is y'all won't admit that there are people, one of the greatest things that people believe that Jews did, and they can back it with Bible verses, that Jews subverted blacks and their heritage. That's literally what made Tariq and I fall out, because I didn't know what he was doing, whatever, but that was what I brought out. I
That's
said,
not
I
what
don't
made me
know
fall. No,
why.
that didn't make us fall out. That's absolutely not
Well,
what
that's
made
what
us
made you
fall
fall out. I never fell out with you.
No, it did.
You did. Because they came and told you what I said on my show. Because before that, we was cool. Before that, you was like, get after these black bitches. You literally said those words to me.
I didn't
yes,
say
you
that.
did. It's on tape during our interview.
Play. Can you play a tape of me?
I sure
saying
can. I will put the video. I will put the interview back up, ladies and gentlemen. You'll get the interview. He literally
please
said
play
it.
that. I don't.
He sure
please play
did.
that. I want to hear that.
I don't make up lies. There's no reason for me to sit there and lie about that. I'm not gonna say somebody said something they didn't.
And I didn't know nothing about Jews, or nothing to some black Jews or what. I don't know nothing.
No, I'm saying what I said on the video. What I said was, I said they asked me. They said, why is it that Hidden Colors doesn't address that Jews took black heritage and subverted them, and now they're trying to claim that they're the Semitic people and saying that blacks are anti-Semitic, talking about it. I said, and it was right after me and the girl I was dating had just went to Dallas and seen the movie, and I said, what? I said, I'll talk to. I said, I don't know why he didn't bring that up in 1 or 2. I said, I don't know why he would bring up all these hidden colors, but not bring up that Jews will not acknowledge black Jews. For some odd reason, they will not.
I didn't have a problem with you because of that. I don't know nothing about
It's
that.
people in the comment section saying he sure did on that interview. It starts off ain't nothing but a game.
Most people have no idea what you're talking about. Let me explain Judaism to you. If you read the Talmud, they do not accept black people. That's not even like black Jews. They can say it just like black people say we're kings and queens. That doesn't make it true. Black Jews are not accepted in the Jewish community.
But the reason they don't accept them is because they know they took their heritage.
Hold on. But wasn't the Nazis, their whole argument was that the reason they had a problem with Jewish people because they had Negro blood. That was the Jewish
argument.
It
actually isn't. The Nazis had no problem with Negroes.
No. The Nazis, according to their documents, they were saying that the problem with the Jews is that they were a Negro race.
No.
What?
This is what.
No, what are you talking about?
Yes.
It literally wasn't, Tyreek. It wasn't.
You think you're the main character in every situation. Nazis did not care about black people. They cared about Jewish people.
Go read the book Hybrid Hate. Go read the book Hybrid Hate. This is what they were. This is a white man wrote this book called Hybrid Hate. They talked about how the Nazis, the whole issue of anti-Semitism was that they didn't like the Jewish people because the Jewish people had black blood.
No, they did not like. No, that is a lie. Even Hitler said the reason he didn't like the Jews was what they did was they came into their community, and what he said was he had the women prostituting themselves out, which was true in Berlin. Said they brought all kind of gay culture to their Christian background, and that they were a part of when they lost World War I, and that's why almost every he said that's why when he started with the Autobahn and stuff, the idea of what they would do was they would charge people with loans, and everybody had a problem with that because Hitler believed, like Jesus believed, you loan money, you don't get any interest. And they were literally getting rich off of interest. He never said they had black blood. It was an economic argument.
Yeah, in Mein Kampf, he said they were a Negroid race. He says that in Mein Kampf.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
No, Tariq, black people are not the main character of everything.
That's what I don't like.
He wanted to be the
that
center
has never been their argument.
That's been the argument. The argument wasn't religion. He said
no, it was economic. Everybody kicks the Jews out over economy. The reason JFK is dead is because he tried to talk about the economy that the Jews had built under the Fed.
Not everything's about black people, Tariq.
It ain't about race.
Then why did he say that they were Negro?
Because he wanted to be the center of attention at everything. It's not about black people.
He didn't say that.
It's the smallest issue.
He did say that. It's in Mein Kampf. He said it in Mein Kampf. Y'all look it up. I'm not saying this. This is what Hitler said in Mein Kampf.
Show the quote right now.
Okay, I'm on an audio thing. I can't show you.
You can exit the app.
We don't have a screen to show you.
You can leave the app and still be on the space. I don't know how you're a millionaire. You don't know how to use a phone. Like, how did you be? You're hardworking.
Okay, you're trying to be snarky.
Well, if you think about it, if you're telling him he could do it, you could do it.
You brought it up. You're so cite this.
I know, but we all could do it to prove him wrong.
Right. Yeah, prove me wrong.
See, that's what I mean. We're not having
You
a fair
can't prove a
conversation.
negative, bruh. You can't prove a negative.
You see,
Find
me
the
and him
quote
just
then
went
put
at
the
it, but I'm
concept.
still trying to be fair. Why, if y'all really wanted these conversations to go somewhere, if they were just public displays and bullshit, then we're going perfect.
Well, okay, he's the one who brought it up, so cite your source, because this is the first time anybody's ever heard that.
Well, he cited it. He said it was in a book, but he didn't know. It's like when people tell me it's in the Bible. I go look it up.
Tommy,
Right.
No, the problem is we're going around in circles for a couple of points. Sneaker brought a point about the difference between white supremacy and then Jewish supremacy. Tariq has the opinion that Shapiro is a white supremacist, or he says suspect white supremacist, when there's a thing called Jewish supremacy. That's the difference. And when he says a white,
But why didn't you ask him to elaborate?
No, I've been trying to for 30 minutes.
No, you haven't. None of y'all pinned him down on it.
Tommy,
let him speak for 5 seconds.
Tommy, bro, I've been like 2 days no sleep here. So I'll be pretty brief. The whole thing is that this whole white, Jewish, whatever, there's a religion and there's a race. There's two parts of it. So when you guys are talking about is he white, is he black, there's different parts of it. So I'm going to be ethnically Jewish. We have a religion that's Jewish. There's different parts of that. The other part speaker brought before about the hard working and all of that. What he's talking about was in terms of the different industries and what the percentage is demographically of each sector. That's what he was asking Tariq initially. Then he kind of ran around that point, and also the point about the crime statistics, which he ran around as well. You can say somebody's hardworking, and their individuals are hard. What demographic percentages are in each sector? That is the difference he is referring to there.
Typically about
Jewish
supremacy. Yeah, he does.
And that's why he's still banned on X. He's one of the only people because you cannot criticize them. And Tariq's whole platform, this space Expose It, is built on a lie. He's not going to call it the true powers.
What's the lie?
The
What's
lie
the lie?
that it's
What's
white
the lie?
supremacy and not Jewish supremacy.
It is white supremacy. It is white supremacy.
Okay, wait. Do you take Tariq? Do you take money from white supremacists?
No.
All right. Do you have any dealings with Jews?
Does his platforms?
No. Who? No, I don't.
Do you have any business dealings with
YouTube
Jews?
channel?
I do not.
Your YouTube channel.
Well, YouTube is run by Jews.
This fucking retard. This fucking
I don't know who runs the
retard. You are so
stupid,
Tariq.
Come on now.
Done. This space, Jacosa, this was great. Tariq, you're a fraud. I'm done.
I'm a fraud because I don't know what white supremacists run their damn YouTube. What the hell? Is that some kind of gotcha? I don't know who runs YouTube.
Oh
White
my God!
supremacy is not allowed on
That's
YouTube.
some kind of gotcha?
It's not allowed on YouTube.
Oh, so that's the gotcha? So is that really a gotcha?
No, white supremacy is not allowed on YouTube.
Are you insane? You insane?
What the? These
white supremacists all over YouTube.
Give one example. Give one example.
These suspected white supremacists, PewDiePie. These
Wait a minute, why is PewDiePie? I'm not gonna let no ill speak. I'm not gonna let no ill speak about PewDiePie. Why is PewDiePie suspected?
Yes, these suspected white supremacists.
Why is he? No, Tyreek, I'm not gonna let you get away with no evil about PewDiePie.
Oh,
my daughter like PewDiePie. I'm not gonna let you get away with that evil, sir.
I gotta, man, come on. YouTube is full of these white supremacists.
What does PewDiePie do that's white supremacists?
Lord, wasn't he running around yelling nigga at one point? He's a suspected white supremacist too. Come on, man.
My daughter
Good
upset
Lord.
with you now, no?
They up here acting like this is a gotcha. Good Lord.
Yo, you gotta be trolling, bro. You gotta be trolling. There's no way, bro.
Come on, dude.
Tariq
You gotta
knows,
be
bro. He
trolling
just
that.
doesn't
You
want
don't
to
know.
say it, man. He knows who runs YouTube.
What don't I want to say?
You know who runs YouTube,
That's
bro.
fine.
What don't I want to say?
How about wait, Tyreek? Are they some direct white supremacists?
So do I do business with the owners of YouTube? What is that? Y'all just these guys don't really have an argument.
There's some direct white supremacists, not suspected ones, but direct. Like they come
Don't
straight
you have
out and say
donors
it.
with Jews? Don't you have Jewish donors? Don't you have Jewish
What
donors?
Jewish donors do I have?
Do you?
No, where? What? No,
No,
you just,
yes or no? Do you have Jewish donors?
hell, where would I get a Jewish
Wait,
donor?
Tariq,
For what?
Tariq,
No.
I gotta ask you this though. Is
I'm
your
telling-
wife Jewish?
Why would you ask me
Hey!
that?
Jewish?
Why would you ask me that?
Is your
Your
wife
what?
Jewish?
You know good and well my wife is not Jewish. Now
She's
you're
white.
trolling. Okay, you're not white. Good Lord. Now here's trolling. Here's the trolling hour. Now you're tapping out.
Get it, Myron. Get it.
Lying means I won.
I saw a picture.
Lying means I won.
Is it your wife?
Lying means I won. If
I'm
you're
not
reduced
trolling.
to lying,
I'm asking a legitimate question.
Sir, no, you're not.
I'm asking
If
a
you're
legitimate
reduced to
question.
lying, no, you're not.
Yeah, he
You're
reverse
trolling.
psychology you. He
No.
reverse psychology you.
You're reduced to
He
lying.
got you with the reverse psychology. He got you.
I'm not even trying to be an asshole, bro. I've literally seen pictures. I saw your wife. She's white, or she's maybe your long-time girlfriend. I don't know.
Stop it. You know good and well my lady ain't white. You're projecting.
Yeah, but a part of a.
Your desire to be white onto my lady.
That sounds like
All
a
right?
feminist shaming a man.
You want to be white, and that's you projecting your desire.
You're projecting. You're insecure.
That's you projecting your ass off. You know good and well my lady ain't white. My lady's the foundational Black American queen. You better stop it. You better stop that.
Wait a minute, though.
Just pop your cap.
If white people are so supreme, then why would they allow a person to, like, if they marry kind of outside of their race? Isn't that a start of something? Like, imagine if, let's just say my wife, if her mother was white, then people would say that the reason I talk bad about black women is because I'm laid up with. They would say my girl is white. They would talk shit about her. They would bring up the fact that my girl is not black. They would say this. Why is it that that's not a fair question the other way around?
That's a troll argument. That's not a real argument. That's a deflection. That's not a real argument. That's a deflection.
I can't believe you're like denying Jewish supremacy. That's just crazy.
Okay,
bro.
yeah, that's a tactic that nobody's falling for. That's a deflection.
That's not a tactic. What do you?
Everything is a deflection.
Mike from Nevada said, "Is her mother Jewish?"
You're trying to
me. Nobody's Jewish in my family or my wife's family. That's some white supremacist bullshit.
John from San Diego said, "Is she white?"
Right. To the white supremacists, everybody's a damn Jew, according to the white supremacists. That's just a deflection. That's not a real argument.
It's not a deflection.
John from San Diego wanted to know, was your wife's mother white though?
Yeah, my wife's lady's white. Her mother's white. But my lady's black.
So why you be talking about them coons and say they be saying, "What are white women at?"
Shit, what does that got to do with my lady?
If you come on, Tyreek.
You got to articulate the argument, Tommy. You ain't articulating the argument.
Tyreek. You know you said it.
You ain't articulating the argument.
If coons say this, then with my logic, your father-in-law be cool.
He might be. I don't know.
I'm out. I'm going to bed.
All right. So that was it. So I put the link in my chat, Jackie, because I can't put it into Sugar Love's chat. So that was the whole live. Anyone that want to come up and talk about it?
I'm gonna drop it now.
Okay. I think Kamisi had a lot to say, but this is
yeah.
Tariq.
I'm coming, Kamiki. I'm coming, Kamisi.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
This is Tariq Nasheed's wife. She's not white. She's clearly black, and she might be mixed. But come on now, y'all. Let's stop. Okay. Now you had other like mixed people up there that was basically acting like they was 100% white on the way that
right. Before we drop the link, put a 1 in there if you want to come up. Put a 1 in the. I gotta put my own in. Put a 1 in the link in the chat if you want to come speak upon it. Put a 1 in there. Is Kamisi there?
I don't see him. So, I mean, well, put it in there. If someone want to come up and say something, we can like let them come up.
All right.
But yeah, his wife is not Caucasian. She got like the braids and she got the baby hairs. Okay.
She done got the black person nose. Stop it.
She got the whole nose and everything.
All right, he's here. I'm dropping it right now. I'm dropping it. right now. There we go. There we go.
Anybody else want to come up too?
The link is in there. The link is in there.
Open panel.
I would love to hear a man's point of view anyway. This Kamisi was hot and heated. Let's go, my brother. And I love these type of talks too. We got to do more panels like this. But what Tarik cold? Tarik is slick with his mouth. He cold, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I remember at one point in time when he first came out, but he came a long way. I remember when he first came out too. He was talking regular, but he was a little bit on that manosphere-ish too, if anybody remembers. And then he was blowing people out the water, and then he got more into this.
I'm waiting on Kamisi to come so he can like fulfill that.
Is he there? Oh, to fill the space.
Okay.
He's here.
I think that Tariq Nasheed won that debate. Who put a one in the chat if y'all think he won.
Slow down. Be humble. Slow down. Be humble.
Too. I think he won. The fact you don't think he won, Angela? Oh man, Angela don't think he won.
Yeah, I was trying.
Oh, she said okay. She changed it to one. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, greetings. Welcome to the panel, my brother.
Greetings. How you doing?
I am fine.
Okay. I really didn't have that much to say. I just got the same thing.
Well, whatever you got to say will be perfect.
Okay. I just me.
What you say, my brother? What did you say?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn this off because the YouTube is interfering with this. Hold on just a second.
Oh yeah, mute your YouTube.
Hold on. Yeah, because it's two things playing at the same time. Hold on. Okay, now.
Mike is that I don't know whether Tommy Sotomayor was like on the other side. It was mad because they weren't like.
I don't know if he was on anybody's side. I don't know. Remember, it didn't start out with that comment. It just ended up with that comment. But even who, how do you feel about the situation? What's going on?
Tommy got to show his allegiance to white folks eventually. So he gonna be on the other side. He should have saved that argument for another time. That's just what I think. He should have stayed on.
What about MYRON?
I didn't hear the whole thing. Just me listening to MYRON. I don't think he's on our side either.
Of course not, because he's not us, right?
Yeah.
He's what is he again? Arab or something?
He's from the Sudan.
Sudan.
Yeah,
okay.
He's just another one of. I think all of them need to mind their manners, and I just wish black men would just get more. We need to get more rugged when it comes to them because they made a diss. I heard them make a diss at the black woman, and see, they deserve a smack for that. I'm just saying. I wouldn't have let them slide with that. I would have said something about their women and then wait for the reaction. And if you pissed about it, well, we can take it to the next level. And we should always be like that with them. Make them mind their manners. They talk too much. They talk too slick. And they're very arrogant. And we need to, and I just wish we would think in terms of conquering, because that's what this world is going to force us out of our pocket, out of our polite position, out of our we are the world position. We are going to have to conquer these assholes. They are not going to stop their encroachments.
Yeah.
It's us against the world. The quicker we realize that, the better off we'll be. But we need to switch away from this go along to get along position into, no, we taking over. We're going to make everybody mind their manners. That's what they just better be glad everybody ain't caught up to this idea that I'm putting out right now. I'm going to keep putting this out until we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. Because white men, they start acting arrogant. You see, when TARIK starts defeating all of their arguments, they just start, well, you see what they always start that arrogance. All right, I'm gonna try not to cuss. They start that arrogant-ish.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now it's time to get raw with them. Push their buttons. Since they want to get arrogant, we get arrogant with them.
We need to, besides that is true, but we need to stop including, right? We keep including, then after we include, they take over, right? We need to be our own gatekeepers.
Right.
Look what they're doing to hip hop. Look at the daggone, what was that? What was that boxer? He just got suspended.
Ryan Garcia talking all that junk, and ain't nobody really getting at him. We was it Devin Haney's father talking about I don't want to kick a man when he's down, but this same man was vicious towards Floyd Mayweather, toward his brother. You see this
Hello.
I'm from the streets and this, that, and the other, and we are like, man, why is he so mad at Floyd? Never really saying what he's really mad at. Now here this Ryan Garcia says, I hate niggas, blah, blah, blah. This is all of us.
And he get it from his daddy.
Sweet
and then, did you see how De La Hoya, I known him since he was young. He would never, Ninja, he get it. You was right there when his daddy made a remark.
Right. And De La Hoya, all these just, that's never acceptable. That's never. No, why don't y'all wait a minute with Kyrie?
No. Hold up. That's out, but you know what? He's getting help, and maybe it's from the things that Ninja. He went from is being wrong to giving excuses of why. Ninja.
Exactly.
We heard what we heard.
That's right. Stephen A. Smith. He tried to act like he getting at him. Then Stephen A. Smith talking about, well, I really think it's because he lost to Gervonta Davis. So what? A lot of people lost to Gervonta Davis. Does that mean you start going on a racist rant?
But you is right. He went after Mayweather. I was like, is this the same guy? And now he all of a sudden he looked totally different. I'm like, this nigga. And then not more than once he went after Mayweather.
Yes. And then he go, Mayweather didn't say any of that. He ain't go, Ryan gonna diss everybody, diss all of us. And he needs understanding and this, that, and the third. It's just more of the that I gotta come up with it. It's more of the Stockholm syndrome, this backwardness that we practice because we still want to be close to these people. We still want to be accepted by these people, and we still don't want to punch the bully in the mouth. I'm at the part, they better be glad. See, you listen to the way I'm talking. All I want to do is multiply myself because I know what it is. Okay, we're gonna have to make these people bow down and not mind their manners. But we ain't interested in that. We still want something from them. They asked Mayweather about Ryan Garcia, and I wish I could play the tape. Mayweather, I don't want to talk about it if it's anything. If it ain't nothing positive, anything about that, I don't even want to talk about it. If it ain't nothing positive, I don't see. We just punking out left and right. This is what the black man is doing, while at the same time talking about black women won't submit to his bitch ass.
Ooh, okay now, Mr. Fox. Okay, they are not going to say anything bad about his own race, even when Garcia is wrong. And look how we used to carry De La Hoya, right? Remember him back in the day? I'm like, you got a lot of people forget. They got a lot of places because of us.
Yes. That's
right.
why
And
we
then
don't
you
own
sitting up
own
there,
nothing.
you up there giving excuses, and he said it, and he texted, and he even was talking about the George Floyd, right?
Yes.
You made a comment about that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what?
Double down, said I'm not going to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
But
this
yet,
is recent, guy. This is all recent. This is like as of yesterday or 2 days ago. That's why I'm talking about it, because it's all in the same subject. So I'm just letting the chat know. He's a boxer who we done got disrespected again, and they're covering up again.
Yeah.
And because he is more of on the European side, it's okay. See, I love my Spanish people, but some have the African descent. Oh, he was mad. But some have the European descent. Go ahead, let it play, baby.
Right. Right. That's the only solid reaction I done heard so far was from Steven Jackson.
I think he was either really close with the family or he's related to George Floyd. That's why every time somebody bring up George Floyd, he's always speaks upon it because he knows him. So either they're close family, close with the family, or their family.
That's his brother, isn't it?
Yeah, he looks like him.
I don't know if that's his cousin. I know that.
I think it's his brother.
But either who, they always can get. I mean, he did. They was mad because he got suspended. They suspended him for saying that. So now this is what all the he didn't mean it. He didn't mean it. That's where all that's coming from. I remember when Muhammad Ali made a comment. Remember, he had to do that boxing match. He couldn't even do it in Vegas. I believe they had to go take and he was speaking for the people. And they stripped Muhammad Ali from his boxing. Didn't they have to take him to another country? If you remember.
He got stripped for not joining the army.
Yeah, no, something he said.
Talking about another else thing. Oh, okay, yeah.
And he couldn't even fight here.
Mm-hmm.
And that was only for he didn't say nothing. He didn't disrespect no other culture or race. He just was speaking upon ours.
Yeah,
now,
he just said that
it
no
could have been
Vietnam.
for him not joining the Vietnam too, but either who, he wasn't the only one that was stripped.
Yeah, and his statement was no Viet Cong ever called me nigger, and that he wasn't going to go to war. Yeah, that was the thing, and they stripped him of his boxing license, and yes, he had to go overseas, which is a good thing because he went over there and beat up the best white people they had to offer. They were so inferior to him. They couldn't find a German, Irish, no Peckerwoods could beat him. So he had to come back over here and fight. The only time he could suffer any losses is when he fought other black men. George Foreman, Ken
And
Norton,
then his
Joe
brother,
Frazier.
he came out of rehab. I think his brother or something got into something, and then he punched the guy. And I'm like, this man is out of control. But of course, they're gonna make him look that way so we can say, okay, talk about us. It's okay. We ain't never seen us out of control, disrespected a whole race like that.
Donald Trump 2024.
That's why we need
Boxer Ryan Garcia has made plenty of porous decisions in the past, like endorsing this man.
Ryan Garcia kept trash talking, eating, and drinking in front of Jimmy Butler's face, and Jimmy Butler's reaction says it all.
He embarrassed himself in a viral clip involving NBA star Jimmy Butler.
It's one everybody that's trying to make it seem like I'm a cheater. I don't do steroids, never did steroids in my life. I barely take supplements.
While Garcia would deny taking performance-enhancing drugs, his urine sample would come up with the banned substance, Ostarine. He'd then say this.
I came on here to address this bull claim that I cheated.
Lies.
Yeah. Everybody knows that I don't cheat. What can I
Girl,
say?
bye.
You know,
After the positive test came to light, Garcia tried defending himself from the claims in a Twitter video with the caption reading, "Fake news like if I was Donald Trump." Per Reuters, Garcia's B sample would say otherwise. He would request the B sample after his A sample test was positive for Ostarine and nandrolone. The latter was clear, the former came up yet again. His opponent on the night of the fight, Devin Haney, spoke with Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour.
He still maintains this was all done unknowingly, contaminated substances and all that. Do you believe that?
no, I don't believe that.
Garcia would continue attempting to defend himself by saying, and I quote, "If I took the steroids, then I'm for sure gay." He'd follow it up with, in all caps, "I'm on the Jesus steroid." The New York State Athletic Commission also thought otherwise, suspending Ryan Garcia for 1 year. This came after a settlement from the commission and Garcia's camp. In the buildup, he would tweet the following, "I effing love steroids," only to delete it from his account. That was on June 20th. Then this happened.
Bro, we don't have no choice, you weirdos. There's no such thing as Palestine. You dumb mother. If you go against Israel, you go against God's promise. Go anti. Bro, I hate them. Go anti. Go. Hey, are you black? Go. Are you black? No.
That came in a live Twitter Spaces when Garcia dropped the N-word multiple times.
I ain't
Then-
say ER, but the ER
I'm
needs to go
anti-black.
somewhere.
Yeah, let's join the Ku Klux Klan. Yeah, I'm KKK. I hate. I'm the leader of KKK, and I summon you to be the knight in China. No, I'm KKK. No, I'm KKK. I've got the AK-47 ready. Let's get the next George Floyd. Hey! Let's go bring George Floyd back to life and kill that again. I'm gonna put my knee on.
And if you thought he was done, he was not.
You and Muslims that fucking little kids, bro. All you motherfuckers, bro. You guys are weird as. All you Muslim ass weird.
You're gonna regret saying all of this when you
Guess
sober
what?
up,
Guess
man.
what? I will never be touched because I'm with God. I'm with Jesus.
Oh my God, you're an idiot, right?
Nico regrets what he says and think Ryan gonna regret what he said. I won't. I'm not regretting it. I swear to God, I'm not. I've never been touched in my life.
Longtime NBA player turned media man Steven Jackson, who was a close friend of George Floyd's, saw the clips of Garcia and responded. Jackson would tweet in light of the Twitter Spaces, "Somebody tell Ryan Garcia to pull up to 3rd Ward, Texas, and say that blank again about George Floyd and see what happens. When people bring up the dead, it shows who's really dying inside. Free game. It's a different set of rules outside the ring, kid. Get some help before." Release a statement that read in part, "Our son has recently made statements that do not align with his or our family's true character or beliefs. Our family unequivocally does not support any statements he has made regarding race or religion. These do not reflect who Ryan truly is and how he was raised." They would refer to his mental health struggles, which Bleacher Report wrote of. During a 15-month hiatus from boxing between January 21 and April 2022, Garcia spoke about his struggles with mental health, depression, and unaliving thoughts. He had been scheduled to fight Javier Fortuna in July 2021, but withdrew to address his health and well-being. Via ESPN, the 25-year-old Garcia was arrested on felony vandalism charges last month after a Beverly Hills hotel accused him of causing an estimated $15,000 in damage. And via The Athletic, before his April fight against Devin Haney, Garcia claimed he was kidnapped by the Illuminati accused Logan Paul of worshiping Satan, made accusations about Devin Haney's father, and said he was under spiritual attack. Garcia also said he had proof of alien existence and called Elon Musk the Antichrist, among several other concerning claims and allegations online and in podcast appearances. All that to say, after the Twitter Spaces, WBC President Mauricio Suleiman announced via Twitter, "Exercising my authority as president of the WBC, I am hereby expelling Ryan Garcia from any activity with our organization. We reject any form of discrimination. I fear for Ryan's well-being as he has declined multiple times for our help with mental health and substance abuse." In the aftermath, Garcia would say he was trolling, adding, "Sorry if I offended you." After the WBC made its ruling, those messages have since been taken down. To be honest with you guys, as someone who has been a reporter in the sport of boxing, a podcast host in the sport of boxing, a writer, a play-by-play announcer, let's just keep it a buck here. This is gross. It is deeply Islamophobic. It is deeply racist. The bigotry that he has in these Twitter Spaces clips are abhorrent. And yet, as it stands, in July of 2024, there continues to be people on Elon Musk's free speech platform that are agreeing with this, that are laughing at this, that feel like Garcia may not have gone far enough. That is where we are today. And sadly, as I think about this more, there's a market for it. There will be a market for this. You know why? Because the MAGA base has gone mask off over the years, and they appreciate this. And there is not one sport that appreciates this more than the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Do I think he'll go there? No. Do I think they'll entertain the idea? Yes. And if it's not the UFC, there will be some other sanctioning body that will say, well, hang on a second. The WBC's trash is our treasure. They're going to kick Ryan to the curb. We'll throw him a bag and we'll get high ratings, which is gross business practices as well. And yet still, as we sit back and take a look at this, I am right in the middle of how can someone say something so terrible, so depressingly awful, and admonish him for it, which is clearly how I feel and how you should feel. And yet I also see the mental health struggles in the past, which is no excuse because it was so detailed. Who thinks of this stuff? Who thinks of exhuming a dead person's body so that they can bring them back to life to kill them again? And dropping the N-word over and over and over again. Not the first time he said it. Not the first time he's thought about saying it. And then attacking Muslims the way that he did. Well, that's a calling card for somebody who wants to take the Oval. It is gross, and yet still, as we have seen, America's mindset just continually going backwards, decade after decade. People like this and appreciate this. And there's a sad, sad market for it. Most importantly, not only an apology, therapy, help is what Ryan needs right now. Because if he doesn't get it, who knows what the future holds. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition,
yeah, the press is handling them with kid gloves. They're not going. I want to hear from Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, Not that little lightweight the stuff. You know how they got it, Kyrie Irving. You know where they was talking about him, just talking trash about him. I want to hear that from. I want to hear from Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis. Speak up.
Shouts out. Hey, what's up, MD Rebel? What's up?
Hey, what's up with y'all? What's going on with y'all this evening?
Welcome to the panel. Welcome.
We still talking about the Tariq Nasheed. I see people saying things.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't understand why people even listen to them people, right? The reason why I say that is because none of them have any real solutions that's gonna solve the problem that they say that there is a problem. So when we see Tariq Nasheed arguing with Myron and all those people on that panel and everything like that, the main problem is that everybody is arguing about who is this and who is that. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I'm an FBA. I'm an Israelite, and I'm all these different things. So there is major disunity in that type of stuff because in order to really rock the system or to solve the problem, you need people to be powerful in what they are good at. So if I'm a Pan-Africanism and I'm good at making bombs, don't talk shit to me because I'm a Pan-Africanism. It's like this. Let me give you an example. It's like the Avengers. We all know about the Avengers, right? Spider-Man don't talk shit about the Hulk because the Hulk got his powers. Captain America don't talk shit about Doctor Strange. They all utilize their own individual powers in order to defeat a common foe. So if people got a problem with white supremacy, what is white supremacy? You know what I mean? I really think it's the boogeyman. I think it's black males still making up shit. This ain't the 1950s or 60s no more. White supremacy ain't white. White supremacy is, if it is a thing, it's an ideal, right? That is being contributed by multiple different cultures. It's just not no white people or a white person. So if I ever got the chance to talk to Tariq and any of them people, I would just say is, what is your God-given purpose? What are you here on the earth to do? Go after that shit. If a white supremacist step in your way while you marching towards that, then you deal with that shit. But nobody is stepping in nobody's way because America needs people to follow their dreams and their goals because you can get things that you want done in America. So all that back in the 60s, when black people was really like getting together and stuff like that, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and all that, you're going to see that all cultures came together. When that march on Washington, all cultures was there. Wasn't nobody talking about, oh, you're Puerto Rican, you're part of the Brown Berets, I'm not going to work with you. Oh, you're this, I'm not. White people are, oh, you're this, I'm not going to work. No, people had a common enemy or a common issue. And just like the Panthers used to say back in the day, we not racist, we just against oppression. So Tariq can talk and argue with all these people all them days, all that time you want to. But if there is a white supremacist faction around in the world, they're not caring about them talking because they don't have no power. None. See, Tariq Nasheed can't even divorce himself from America to even be talking about white supremacy. He is powering white supremacy by being on YouTube. He's powering white supremacy by going into the store buying things. He's not buying anything from black people like that, and he's not able to self-sustain on his own. So all that talking don't mean nothing. That's not real revolution. If you want to change society and change the system, you need revolution. You need a war. That's what needs to happen. There needs to be a war. And all that talking, they're doing the same thing everybody else did. Talk your ears off. They not change no law. And the thing that you're going to do, and I'm going to tell you right now, the thing that's going to be able to change the system is when you empower the woman. See, the woman is already in the system. See, the black male hates that the woman is already in the system. So he wants to take her out the system, put her in a house, have her cooking and cleaning, making babies, sex all day, and take her away from it, and then not even fight the system correctly. See, Martin Luther King infiltrated the system, but he died for it, right? He got black people close to white people, right? Put them in the schools and all that. But there was nobody to go in there to start destroying the system from within. See, we wasn't able to destroy it from the outside. We got in there and nobody came and make it happen. But right now in America, right now, right here, right now, anything you pretty much want to be able to do that's your God-given purpose, you can get that shit done in America. There ain't no reason for all that talking and all that arguing about you this and I'm that and all that type of stuff, man. That don't mean nothing no more. It don't matter. They just talking, and it's good entertainment to hear Tariq talk this and talk that and all this type of stuff and everything about black people been here, FBA, foundational black, all them titles don't mean nothing. Who runs America now? These white dudes be talking about what somebody did 1,000 million years ago, man. I mean, not 1,000 million, but millions, thousands of years ago. They talking about what somebody once did. We're talking about who runs the country now. And it just ain't white people. It's multicultural amount of people that's working together, making things happen. While these black dudes are cowards. They don't want to fight white supremacy because they can't tell you who a white supremacist is. They can't name a person. And if they did name a person, they're not going to do nothing to that person. All you're going to hear these people talk about is, I can't do nothing because the white supremacy own this. The white supremacy do this. That's not revolution, man. That don't change nothing, man. You don't hear them saying, like, we need to go ahead and destroy some shit. We need to go ahead and get Biden. We need to go ahead and get Trump. We need to go ahead and shut the police stations down. You don't hear that kind of talk. You hear fear. You hear people just trying to scare people. It's like how probably them slaves was on the plantation when they'd be like, oh man, Master Charlie got a new wagon and Master Charlie got some new people. We can't do this or we can't do that. And then there's some slaves be like, I don't care about no damn white supremacy. And my family, ain't nobody scared of no white people. Ain't nobody white ever stopped us from doing anything that we want to do. Ain't no president about to stop us from doing what we need to do. No black people. We always gonna be able to survive. We always gonna be able to find a way. This is America, man. This is the jungle, man. People act like America is some soft ass. No, this is hardcore, the jungle for real. Gangster in America. So all these black dudes are talking about we built America. If you built it, destroy it and build another one. If I build something, I can destroy it just like that if it's mine. Nobody else can come on this land or come on something that I built, and now I'm complaining about, oh, you got this and you got that. If I build it, I can destroy it. I can build another one. If any of these FBA dudes talking about they built America, stop worrying about this America that's owned by white people. They say build another one. They can't do it. It's all talk, man. It's all entertainment. That ain't real revolution. All that talking, man. There ain't no white supremacy. That's the boogeyman. They scaring black women and they scaring black men not to be able to really go after what they really go. You got to really figure out what you're trying to do with your life. And then when you figure out what if you're not trying to see in America, if you try to commit crimes against another American, yeah, you're gonna go to jail, right? That might happen for you. But if you really after your purpose and being able to try to help America grow and how to help your family grow and try to bring some wealth into the family, white supremacy ain't stopping that from happening. And if you see one, you deal with one. If we able to, if black people, the black male able to kill another black male, then what's the problem with the white supremacist if there is one? He's scared, man.
All right, so can I let's show something real quick?
Yeah.
And I want you to comment on that. So here we go.
Okay.
Came to my house and said, hey, little boy, is your mother and father home? I said, no, my mother's home. He said, can you speak to your mother? Back in the days, a man didn't go into your house unless the man was there. So my mother came out on the step. He said, I want to talk to you and your husband about something. When daddy came home, the man came to my house and we came to settle the steps. And so the man told my mother, if your husband don't come to the house, and I stop coming to the house, she can get $15 a month. Some kind of welfare thing. A lot of people took it up. Pretty soon the woman's out there cheating, the man is out there cheating. Cold enough, they broke up the male responsibility of the house. That's why we all welfare today. Every generation to generation, that's the welfare started. 1943, that's when the white man came to my mother's house and told my mother and father, if they separate, he don't live there no more. We can get $15 extra a week. You got the great grandmother on welfare, the grandmother on welfare, the mother on welfare, the children on welfare, and the grandchildren on welfare today. 42. I was saying.
Okay. The welfare system? Hello?
Okay, let's go into it.
Okay, so this is what I have to say about that, because I grew up in it, right? So the thing is this, is that when my mom was on welfare, my stepfather stayed in that house, right? See, the thing is that they did not, so if a social worker came by the house, my stepfather knew to leave or whatever, but they didn't stay on welfare. See, welfare was created, I guess, some people got their different reasons, but to be able to have black people to be able to come up a little bit, like, it's like to get you straight until you able to be able to really get on your feet. The problem with the black
No.
Okay, tell me what your thing is.
No, let him finish first. Let him finish.
Okay.
Let him finish his thought.
Okay.
We don't want to cut each other off. Go ahead,
Okay,
sir.
so let's break it down this way. When a woman is pregnant, right? See, where I grew up, women hated to be on welfare. So they got on welfare because they didn't have no choice but to get on welfare. So in the schools, if you said you was on welfare, they talk shit about you. Sorry for cussing. They talk crazy about you, right? So it ain't no badge of honor to be on no welfare for no woman.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying? You really got dogged. If the kid, if the cheese and the peanut butter and all that, they see you in that line, they talking about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it ain't like it's no cool thing. What happened was the women got with a guy, and the guy was telling her all these different things or whatever it may be, and she believed in what he had to say, and she got pregnant, right? She let him go in the raw and everything. She came out pregnant. That man has 9 months to get stuff together. He got to get 9 months to be able to get some shelter, 9 months to get some food, 9 months to get some medical stuff and whatever it may be, and to be able to take care of his family without that white man being even involved. Because you got to sign up for welfare. You just don't get it, right? So the thing is, the black male, he didn't have his stuff together. So what happens is the black woman, when she gets pregnant, she starts seeing what that dude really is. She gets to see around the family. She gets to see his sisters, his mom. She gets to really see how he operates, and borderline in a time of crisis situation, because none of them really is prepared to have no baby. He don't come through. So when that baby is born, that woman is looking at, I got a baby, I got me, I ain't got nowhere to live. Because them mamas was kicking them daughters out, right? They was kicking them out. So they was, I ain't got nowhere to go. So look, if the man didn't have the stuff together, he had a 9-month head start, but he ain't got it together. So the woman is looking at it like, okay, where I'm going to live at? Oh, I got a system right here that can help me where I need to go. Oh, I got a system right here that can help me with education. I got a system right here that can help me with food stamps. I got a system right here that's going to help me with Medicare with me and my child. That's beautiful for a black woman. And it's beautiful because she didn't have that shit at one point. So if white people back in the day was making it hard for black women to have those things, and now there's a system of operation for her to have that shit for free. That's for free. So why is that black man mad? The black male is mad because he's in competition with the black woman. He want that white man and that white man system to take care of him. You understand? He want to move in that house. He want to go in there and dictate when she get the crib with the Section 8 or the discount on the rent or whatever. He want to come over there and say, oh, I'm the man. I get to do this and I all got to do that. Well, you don't need no welfare system if the black man had it already together before that even happened. He got a 9-month head start. You know what I mean? The woman has to sign up for it, and she's signing up for it in the act of desperation a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is with the system, that is guaranteed every month on a specific day.
It's not guaranteed.
Well, I'm talking about if you.
I know what you're saying, my brother.
If you do the paperwork right, if you do
what
the paperwork right, you're gonna get them stamps. So if you do the paperwork, you're gonna get that medical insurance. You do the paperwork, and you stay on point of that. She getting all that stuff for free, and she ain't gotta have sex with nobody on that side. If she on this side with the black male, if he gonna give her something, she gotta have sex with that dude. He ain't about to give that to her for nothing, right? You understand what I'm saying?
I mean,
vagrancy laws and other policies criminalize black people and force many of them into involuntary servitude and other forms of exploitative work, meaning prison, etc.
I mean,
slavery and Jim Crow laid the foundation for the economic, reproduction, and behavioral control policies that have permeated later cash assistance programs, including
that has nothing to do why the public assistance was created, right? That's another.
It has 100% to do with it.
No, it does not. I did a whole thing on it. Okay, hold on. Jesus. First of all, what year? I believe public assistance was created in 1933, 1938. But we black people were not able, black women were not able to get public assistance until the 1960s. And the black woman had to have a job in order to get public assistance. Every system that was created, down to child support for the Caucasian woman. Remember, back in them days, the men were either going to war and they wasn't coming back, and that's what created the welfare system. We were not in mind up until damn near after 30 years later. So, which means the black man had a third. Remember, the white woman couldn't have a man in the house neither. Right? These rules were already there. I don't know how the black man get it twisted and made it seem like the rules only existed when the black woman was able to get public assistance. So if the white man couldn't go into, if the government wasn't going to take care of the white man, what made y'all think he was going to take care of you living up with the black woman? He didn't even allow. Now, if you flip it, it ain't like the black woman still again didn't come on in, baby, sneak through the window or come on in, right?
No,
but
they ain't doing that.
They had it was a 30-year rule that the black men already knew the rules. So you had 30 years to prepare yourself not to get on the system, because you knew if the black woman were to get public assistance, you already knew the rules because it existed since the 19th.
Yeah. And you know what's true too? Let me tell you this too. The black woman told that man too what it was when she got them rules. She told him.
We the only one that had to work. When the black woman got public assistance, she had to have a job to even get public assistance. We couldn't not thing. They didn't tell the Caucasian women that. But we even had to. So imagine getting the public assistance and still had to go to work.
And what was the black male doing? The black male wasn't really. He wasn't really trying to be on the. You know how dudes be talking about protect to provide right now. So what he doing?
No, not you, sir. You put before you go through that, put the year public assistance. It would tell. I did a whole entire show on this.
Okay.
I'm telling this to DJ, not to you, sir.
Yeah.
She's putting it up there. Right now, it's a lot of other things that have prohibited us from progressing. Right. Unlike other people who came here. Man, we had the red line. Told you 1935. Stop playing with me. Right. But but
the thing I was showing before that was showing the lead up to that was because of like they had different rules for like other.
We couldn't know because then we couldn't get it. We couldn't get it to the 60s. Only the Caucasian women were able to receive that.
And you know why, Shook? It's just like what you said. It was because of the wars.
Because of the wars
and dudes weren't coming back home.
Men, they wasn't coming back home.
Because the man was the providers and everything like that too.
Correct. Then the government took care of their Caucasian women.
Yeah, that's how it started. Yeah. And then when that feminist movement started going, then all women started to get certain rights, the right to vote and go to work and everything. Because what happened was with those wars, the man wasn't coming back, so the women had to be in a bond together in order to survive.
But see, the difference is what black men do not understand. I wish they really take the time to understand this. Everything that really from voting, from the feminists, it still benefits you, right? Everything we get still benefits the black man, right? So if we got with the feminists for equal money and to work, the money went to the household, right? Even to vote, who do you think we was voting for? How do you think a lot of the earlier politicians got in there? Who do you think was from the white women vote or for the black women vote? So feminist this, feminist that. But I can't speak for the Caucasian women, but for the black women, everything that you think that was against y'all was really for you guys, and you guys benefited, right? So by us being to vote, you benefited. By us being able to work, you benefited. Because who was supposed to take care of these kids? So y'all mad because we were able to vote, and they went with the Caucasian woman. Okay, but who benefited?
Can we go over this, right? So what happened is that there was a Great Depression, And then there was a law that came out called the New Deal Fair Labor Standard Act of 1938. And that is where welfare started, right? It introduced a 40-hour work week, banned child labor, and established a federal minimum wage and overtime requirements. While FLSA boosted wages and improved working conditions for thousands of white workers, it largely excluded African American workers from receiving these benefits by exempting many domestic, agriculture, and service occupations. This policy decision trapped families in poverty and tactically endorsed the exploitation of workers of color. Lawmakers amended the FSLA to include some of those occupations in
I
subsequent
told you, I did a whole show on this. I did a whole 2 or 3 hour show on this.
So what it sounds like to me is that like that's where your right to work stuff come from. So bottom line is that like
so even for the black man to even say that without even understanding that, nah, ninja, we didn't do that to kick you out the house. You had the law. It was there. It wasn't made for us. It was made for the Caucasian woman. So we didn't get it to the 60s, maybe the end of the 50s to 60s. Okay, you had 30 damn years to say, hey, hey, but you know what? We're not arguing with y'all no more. Because it's if you want to research it, it's right there, right? It's not hard to find. When did it go? I tried to do the whole 3-hour thing on this, right? When we was able to get it, we had to work. The black women couldn't just sit home and let the white man take. And I'm like, I don't even know how. I get it. It just baffles me because because I believe in it's a we, not a woman, not the black man or the black. I believe in this being a we. It's us together, and we need to realize that. But it baffles me that. Oh goodness! I'll tell you what baffles me in a second.
Hey, Genesis.
Yes.
Yo, I mean, until she found out, right? It's like look it, man. The black male has been running around for the past 30, 40 years talking about he's the supreme being, powerful, Shaka Zulu type of mentality, from Africa, warrior. How is that black male gonna let that white man run him out of his house, dude? Because they wasn't arresting those black men like that. They weren't arresting them dudes, man. They wasn't doing none of that. So the woman came in that house and she was like, "Look, baby, this is the rules." Because she told him she's gonna get on welfare, right? It ain't like because you have a baby, you automatically get it on it. You had to sign up for it. So she would tell that dude, like, "Look, this is what it is." He was just in competition with the black woman because he just didn't have his own crib. He didn't have his own stuff. So he wanted the white man's system to be able to favor him the same. That's why you hear black dudes right now, "Oh, you wouldn't be an independent woman if you didn't have help from the system." I'm like,
why didn't he have his own crib? Was he getting arrested? Was he on drugs? Did that
a lot of stuff was happening? You know what destroyed the black family after that welfare, like in the 70s and 80s, is when black males start selling crack cocaine to black families.
Okay, so bottom line is that we're up against something like drugs and everything that get pumped into the community. So therefore, what is
no? Who pumping it into the community though?
The government.
No, the government ain't pumping no drugs in no community. The black male is going to buy them drugs. He ain't no victim. He going to buy drugs, dude. Them dudes were buying drugs and bringing them to the community and selling it. Nobody buying no crack, no cocaine from no white man. Who buying some drugs from a white man? Nobody do.
Well, from what I understood, like the story of the guy that went to Vietnam and got like the heroin, brought it back to get the most purest form, was a black man.
Right. So he went over there to Asia and got and what did he do? What Frank Lucas do? What Nikki Bonds and them do? They took that and they gave it to the black people in the community. They took a product, created whatever they're gonna create, the magic formula, and sold it to black people and destroyed black families.
Well, you're right about that.
Straight up, dude. Like they like the black. Look,
now the offspring of all that stuff is turning back to the black woman and saying it's your fault. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Because listen, man, that black male, dude. Like I've been in them neighborhoods, man. Black women used to have to do. They was addicting them black women to all type of stuff and laughing about it. Dude. They had songs back in the day called "Your Mama on Crack Rock." You remember that song? Stuff like that.
Your mama's on crack rock, and also call the woman if you get addicted to. They call them strawberries.
Yeah.
It would be a pretty woman that you get addicted to the drug, and then you turn her out, and then she become a whore.
Yeah.
Call them strawberries. Yep, I remember that. Yep.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Calling them crack. Remember the crack baby stories? All that type of stuff. The crack baby, you a crack baby, and all that. Yo, that's the black male. So if the black male is saying, like, yo, federal government, you put drugs in the community. I'm looking at the black male. You helped them destroy the community then. Because I ain't seen no white drug dealers in my neighborhoods like that. Like I ain't see nobody selling them drugs like that.
I didn't see that many women doing it either. I saw them being addicted to it. Yeah.
Yeah. And destroy the house. You know what I mean? So the thing is, I think the problem is the black male.
So what the problem is what I'm seeing is that it's the generations are far removed. They don't understand what the source of the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing they can do right now is blame the black woman.
Right. They want to blame the black woman. Like a lot of black males talk about the single mama households, right? But if you looked at a lot of them single mama households, they was trying to save their babies from the streets, man. You know what I mean? They was really telling them certain stuff. The black male just didn't want to listen. So what he did, he went out in the streets and he did whatever he needed to do. But then he started getting knocked over the head, going to jail and all that type of stuff. So instead of looking at himself and looking at what he did in order to put himself in a position, it's quick to blame his mama. Like when you get 16, 17.
Right. Even Tupac said, well, dear mama, even though you were a crack fiend, why would you even put her business out there like that? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Right. So when you get 16, 17, even with Tupac, probably when he was younger like that, it's like you're gonna buck up against your parents anyway. Unless you want some religious scare you to death, and even then you sneaking around doing stuff. Even if you're 17 years old, dude, and your dad is in the house, he tell you to come home at 10:30, you pressing it to 12 o'clock. And eventually y'all gonna go at it one day. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, so you think you a man now? You don't want to follow the rules, and he'll be like, man, F you, and he gonna go out in the streets and try to make it happen on his own, dude. It don't matter if the woman was there or the father was there. Them boys made, when they got out of puberty, 17, 18, they made choices and decisions that went against their parents. And they went out there and they was not ready for the world. That's why a lot of them parents was like, okay, then go out the house then. You want to be on your own so bad? Go out there and see what's going on, because they wasn't prepared. They didn't want to listen to their parents. So they went out there.
You know what? What you speaking some real stuff that even I didn't even think about, because it's been so much rhetoric beating down the black woman. And it's great that what you're talking about is this. You know what? So what I want you to do is I want you to send me your information on IG. I think that we need to have a conversation separate from this. Just this subject alone, because this subject right here, because Nature Boy blamed it on the black woman. So many people blame it on the black woman, and I want to hear because that's logical. That's logic, right?
So she was trying to say that, boy.
No, but see, as I was trying to say, right? But for some reason, y'all know my phone gets to ringing. I don't hold the black man don't understand. Like if nobody else understand you, I don't care where you run to, they're not gonna understand you, right? Whatever other race you run to, you can say whatever you want, but we understand it, because guess what? We went through it with you, right? We understand that y'all don't want to be called boy no more. Y'all want to be called a man. Even when they used to have they used to have the posters. Remember when they used to be during the protests? They used to have I am a man.
Yeah.
We understand. So I understand this The sickness is in our DNA,
Mhm.
right? A lot of men don't even understand where it comes from, right? You've been called a boy for so long. I even showed it where the white man, get over here, boy. And then we seen y'all got castrated, right? I mean, it's not like who was done worse, but they don't. We get it. We don't hold it against you guys. We don't hold that y'all could not protect us because you couldn't, right? We understand that y'all grown ass men could not even walk with their head up.
Well, some of them though, Shook. Some of them, man. Some of them wasn't. Some of them wasn't like that, man. So you had a separation, man. You had people like in my family. It was a lot of revolutionaries, a lot of Panthers. So
No, but this is before, way before our time, right?
Right. So what I'm saying is, so when I say that, okay, when I say that is because a lot of way we were raised in our family is being passed down from the people before us.
Right.
Right. So you had the religious Christian way of doing it in the Bible on how to survive. Then you have the revolutionary Malcolm X, Black Panther people on how to survive. Right. So certain lessons got you know what I mean got taught, you know what I mean, down the line or whatever. I think what it came down to is that the black male was against his own woman because this is the reason. The black woman knew the most power. She knew the components of making a powerful family because a lot of them was in that household serving them white people back in them days. So
Thank you. Exactly.
I
say that all the time. I can't tell people enough because we, even with all this these masonry and stuff and all the things, why you think at a certain age, grandma, she kept her brush to herself. Now you ain't touching my brush. You ain't doing this. They never said why. Maybe they were sworn to secrecy, right?
Right.
Right. Maybe they were sworn to secrecy, but they seen. Remember, for everything that went on that was secrecy, they were there. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
And I'll be saying the same exact thing, right? So that's why they always don't put your money in the bank. Hide your money here. They always had they always had little lingos. You're like, what the hell? Right? But again, maybe they were sworn to secrecy, right? Because remember, people keep thinking they're gonna get you. No, they go by generations. So they figure if this get out, it might be your son, your son's son, your son's son, right? But people don't even understand, like, they don't understand why they go through some things. Sometimes it could have been from their grandmother, their great grandmother, because baby, they don't forget nothing. Everything, your whole bloodline is in their books. Right?
So here's the deal. We are reaching about the 4-hour mark. Okay.
Oh, shit.
And I don't want to because listen, MD Revo, you are really coming with some real stuff. Okay.
I got you.
I want to interview you like a whole thing about this.
Okay.
I don't want to not even give you enough credit by like making you be at the tail end of this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You got to say is very important, and what you know is very important. What Sugar Love got to add to it is very important. So what we want to do is, if you can, Jackie, I'm gonna put my IG. Let's set up a time where we can actually like bring you on and talk about this as a whole, just period. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. When you want to do it?
She said she already talked about this, but we can just bring it back. And
no, bring it back. Always bring it back. If gotta keep it, gotta keep it covered.
She did. She can bring up the videos that she did, all that stuff. We can like just go ahead and like really get into this because I believe it's an important subject that we need to talk about. So it's
definitely.
Bet. And I want to say this before y'all leave, right? By y'all being black women, and I don't know about any past relationships or everything like that. And this is what I've learned in my research. If we're gonna really save the black family and take them back to the king and queen days, right? Because everybody talking about going back to the ancestors, going back to Nefertiti and all that. You have to empower the woman because that's what that white man did to his woman. See, the black man right now, he's doing the same thing that ancient white man was doing to his woman, keeping her in the house, cooking and cleaning and all that type of shit. The black woman back in the day used to have a sword in her hand on a goddamn horse and shit. She was fighting for her own empire. So she was like, if you look at them stories back in the day, she had her own empire and she emerged in alliance with a man who had his own empire. She wasn't no slave, submissive, soft woman like that. You know what I'm saying? So the black man needs to understand that, dude, because the white man, so that feminist movement, that white woman made that her own white man bow down and give women rights. She couldn't vote, she couldn't work, she couldn't have no education, none of that. He made her change the damn laws. That's a revolution right there. When you change the laws of the country, that's a revolution, right? So the thing is that he allowed her, now she has freedom. You know what I mean? You don't hear pretty much podcasts about the white man trying to keep that woman in no house talking about no traditional way of doing shit. He don't do that no more because he can't do it no more. What he realized was, and he had to learn it the hard way, he like, if the white woman has freedom, if she has independence and she can have love freely, then we're going to be stronger as a race together. Black males don't want their woman to have that type of freedom at all. So what he do, he takes the freedom from her. He talks stuff about her. He don't want her to be able to have friends like that. He want to keep her in the house like that old white man did. And this is why the black family and the black culture cannot surpass or break down the system, because the black woman is a warrior by nature type of shit. But her genetics got to be recharged. She not no soft. When has a black woman ever been like soft and submissive? Other than fucking slavery. I'm sorry. Other than slavery.
But I mean, we're all gonna talk about it later. But like I said, I understand why the black man does that. He's been called boy for so long, so now he wants to prove he's a man. Now he want to act like the Caucasian man in the beginning, right? Oh, I want submissive woman. We have never been none of that. What you said was absolutely correct. So now all of a sudden, to him to prove his manhood, he got to stomp on us. Well, we didn't make you the boy. We never called you the boy. We never made you hold your head down. We never told you to get over here and do. We didn't do that to you. But I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there until we have this conversation. It's been great talking to. I like when we can build. I like when we can build as people. Talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, but with truth. Yeah. So thank you, DJ.
Yes,
for this awesome show you did today.
And I'm md.revel on IG.
Well, that's my IG handle. Hit me up and we're going to set up a time for Sugar Love and I to like put the show together and have you be the focus and you talk about what you're talking about here. Because I believe that it deserves its own panel. It does not deserve to be at the tail end of anything.
Okay, I got you. I appreciate that. That's love.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all continue to enjoy y'all Sunday. Much love.
You ready, DJ? DJ, take us out of here.
Compromise your energy. Darling, let your spirit be free. Don't give up. Keep on pushing through. Now is the time. It's all up to you. Alchemize your energy. My friend, let your spirit be free. Don't give up, keep on pushing through. Now is the time, it's all up to you. No matter the storm, but over tragedy. No matter the storm, but over tragedy. No matter the storm, we will always take flight. Keep on pushing through the darkness of night. There's no limit, let's reach for the sky. Shine so bright, from darkness to light. I love who I am. I'm loving me. Look in the mirror. Unapologetically love what I see. Love who I am. My curves and my features, God makes no mistakes. I am successful, I am what it takes. I'm bulletproof, and 100 proof, and I love who I see, because I'm living my truth. I'm invincible, I'm incredible, a star in the making. I reach past the clouds. I'm invincible, I'm incredible.